Koowinder, you were desperately unlucky with that, but you didn't actually get as far as we'd hoped.
No, it's a very hard level. It's one of the secret levels, and also you need 2 warps to get there. And another thing, that wasn't my best joystick. It was my reserve joystick. So taking all that into account, I've still done pretty good.
Well, Koowinder,
Wow.
unfortunately...
Excuses.
Joystick. It's a different joystick.
And it was a secret level. I didn't expect to play a secret level.
Actually defend...
Live from Austin, Texas, with the latest episode of our International Apology Tour. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Danny. Hey, Submo. Thanks for the huge raid.
Wow, good timing.
Yeah.
You're just in time for GamesMaster, which, if you've never seen it before, oh my god, do I have a TV show for you. Yep, the show is part of our ongoing apology to our overseas viewers for all the horrible British accents we've done in the past.
Yeah.
So we have to show off British television, and we have to like it. That's part of the deal that we signed with who did we sign this with? Which government agency?
A man called GamesMaster Anthony?
Yeah, Interpol, I'm pretty sure it is.
He works at Interpol.
Yeah, GamesMaster Anthony at Interpol. Go ahead and check in with him. We're all licensed and secure. Hi, everybody. It's been a little while since our last stream. I'm not sure if I still remember how to do it, but tonight we have a hell of a show for you. We're going to show off several episodes across every single season of the 90s television series GamesMaster, which is pretty much the, I guess it's the British equivalent of like GamePro and Video Power, which we had over here. So if you're familiar with either of those shows, oh my god, this one is the British equivalent, and it is every bit as amped up and coke fueled as those two shows put together. So look forward to that.
Delightful.
I look over at the chat and the first thing I see is balls jokes.
Yeah, let me
Accurate.
thank some folks.
Accurate. First of all, yes, thank you, Tepid Snake, for the 85 balls jokes. That's a lot of balls.
That's so many balls. Also, I don't know why the acoustics sound different. We got a new chair. We're still in the same place. We're still in the process of moving. It's going to be a while, but yeah, we haven't moved yet. Thank you, Neo0 for the 23-month resub. Thank you.
Thank you for the 23.
And Celtabe with the 22-month resub. 22. Oh man.
22.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank you.
Thank you, Chubo. 38-month resub. What if they made a U.S. version of Donk the Samurai Duck CD32 that replaced all the music like Sonic CD? God, if only.
That would rule. Get Spencer Nielsen on the phone. He'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Drumcan Jones, with a 17-month resub. So which one of you is the GamesMaster and which one is, you know what, never mind. Yeah.
We'll let that joke die there. You can fill in the
GamesMaster.
punchline yourself as part of our activity center. Thank you.
Thank you, Cartman, for the 100 bits Master of Games featuring the Pals of Retro and the man from Uncle. You mean the man from Avuncular? The Avuncular man.
We're bringing it back. That's your new vocabulary for the day. If you've never heard of it, the word avuncular means uncle-like. There you go. That's a new word for you to use and for everyone to get confused at.
Thank you, Flemish Dog with 25 bits. Hey, GamesMaster, how do I beat Dizzy?
We're gonna hear many questions like that. We're gonna get tips on how to beat Flimbo's Quest, Scrimblow's Adventure, and Blimbo's Blurled. Thank you,
Blimbo. And thank you, Ultra Pancake, 26-month resub. Who even knew they had video games in Britain? Listen, I learned. I know that. I knew that.
They're missing like the 10th of the frames, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Thank you.
And thank you, Shaxpert, with 92 months. Awesome. Love Captain N.
You know, we have to do Captain N someday.
God,
Not looking forward to that, but oh my god. Thank you for the big 92. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Thank you.
All aboard the hype train. Choo-choo.
Oh, we got a hype train going.
We're going to crash right into GamesMaster headquarters where it's been abandoned for the last 30 years, so it's fine. Thank you once again, Tepid Snake, for your sub as well. Thank you, Beatnik ColecoVision, for the Prime sub.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hope you enjoy the show.
And thank you, Al Pennington, 20-month resub, and AI October gifting 5 subs to the community. Thank you.
AI October.
AI October. AI October.
Thank you for the gift subs. I really appreciate it. Everyone enjoy your emotes. Make sure to spam them a lot on this this classic episode of British television. Okay, so this thing had 7 seasons. We're basically going to go right in. We're just going to go in hot. I have at least 1 episode for every single season, so we'll cover who these people are, what they mean, and what they did. That makes them sound like criminals. Why they're currently in British prison now. why we're covering them today. But yeah, this is essentially TV that they had in the UK for the teenage boy market. For people playing video games way back when. If you were a teen boy, you were watching GamesMaster. So keep that in mind as you see and hear the things that you see and hear over the next 3 hours. Yeah, it's very specifically targeted to the teen boy market. Just, that's my apology. That's to prepare you for what you're about to see. And I wash my hands of it, all of it.
Should we show off the poll?
Oh yeah, the poll. We had a poll. Every week at Patreon, usually unless we have to skip due to moving-related reasons, we ask our patrons what they want to see. This time, it was a showdown between Video Power and GamesMaster, and it was decided by 1 vote.
One single vote.
One guy was like, Johnny Arcade, fuck that guy. No, gonna keep that off my RetroPal stream. So for that, thank you. Maybe you didn't put that much thought into it. But there you go. That shows how important voting is. Just by 1 vote, we're watching GamesMaster today instead of Video Power. And once again, we're spared the wrath of Johnny Arcade. One of these days, though, we're going to have to do it. We have to. It's part of history. We can't repeat that history. I don't want to.
No, I'm too terrified of it. Thank you, Orange Right, real quick, for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you. Carmen, thank you for the 50 Ys for the robots bits. Thank you.
And thank you, Mooware, for the 66 months.
We are on the telly.
On the telly, wow.
All right, shall we?
All right, let's do it. Let's start off with Season 1, Episode 1. You're starting from the very beginning, here on the ground floor of GamesMaster. Oh, no, do not full screen it. You want to maximize it, not... Yeah, there you go. Just do it like that. All right, here we go. Get ready. Oh, there's that Amiga Kickstart image, so you're going to see some Amiga coverage here. This is going to be a little bit different from the US shows that were airing around this time. Mostly an Amiga coverage. Well, you'll see.
Okay, so the reason my voice sounds a little quieter is straight up, I'm in a taller chair now.
Yeah, we switched chairs since last time. There he is, GamesMaster!
Oh, GamesMaster! Oh god, I peeked the mic there, sorry. It's GamesMaster.
Here we are at the GamesMaster Cathedral.
It's a... yeah,
And your Master of Ceremonies, Dominik Diamond.
Who?
Dominik Diamond!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome.
People love him.
He looks like a Tumblr sexy man.
Video game magazine show, especially designed
I should get this outfit for my ping tuber.
You really should.
A waste of marbles. Each week on the show, we'll be reviewing new games, giving away exclusive tips and cheats, and casting our eyes over the latest hardware and software developments. But the biggest portion of our show will be devoted to our 3 special game-playing challenges.
Very Leo DiCaprio, yeah.
I like the vibe of this.
Or simply enjoy a waggle of your joystick in the privacy of your own bedroom, this is the show you've been
All right, dick joke count 1.
And now to go over to our first challenge.
I don't want to keep a running count.
A man who you'll be seeing a lot more of in the next 10 weeks, the ultimate computerized couch potato, the GamesMaster.
They're going to show off Checkers Party Quiz. Thank you, Scoops.
So, you'd like to pit your skills against one of my little challenges. Come in the
He does hedge out him to beat the Tumblr sexy man.
I decided to be gentle with you, this being our first coming together, and I've plumped for the decidedly cute Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh!
Your assignment
And know y'all played that over there.
50 coins in 2 minutes on the familiar first level of the World 1.
The World 1.
First, don't forget that you'll need to acquire the ability to fly.
Okay, I'm going to write this down. Let me get my little gamer notebook.
Second, go like the clappers. 50 coins in 2 minutes. Good luck.
50 coins, 2
and
minutes.
Better to get to grips with the fiendish gameplay of this.
This really is a church, right?
Yep.
Our first contestant,
so...
Daniel Blake from Edgewell.
So the GamesMaster himself is Sir Patrick Moore, who we've actually seen on stream before. He was the presenter of a CDI astrology game because he's a famous astronomer. Astronomy, not astrology, sorry. Let me correct myself. Like the scientist guy, not the fraud.
First ever blog Twitter on Krypton Fighter. How do you feel?
A bit tense and
Thank you for
nervous.
the 50 bits.
Right, now you practiced the game.
Welcome, Sepuzai. Welcome to the
Quite
chapel.
confident about the challenge?
Well, sort of confident.
Well, we'll all be rooting for you too, Daniel, because it'll be nice to start off with a winner.
Thank you.
So if you'd like to go and plonk yourself in the hot seat,
You better win this.
Thank you.
This is going to set the tone for our entire series, and we're going to be making dick jokes the entire
In
time.
the commentary box, from Mean Machines and Computer and Video Games magazine, is world-famous computing celebrity Julian Jazza Rigno. Julian, welcome.
Jazz!
To GameSmaster.
Hello.
Well,
Hi,
we're making
Jazz.
history
He's
with
still
the
around.
first
He's
ever
still
game on
posting
GameSmaster.
today.
How does that
Good.
make you feel?
It's pretty good. It's one of the greatest games ever. So,
You can follow him on Blue
good way to
Sky.
Kick off the series.
Right, 2 minutes to get 50 coins. Very, very tough, very, very fast challenge. Daniel, are you ready? Then get collecting those coins. And he's off.
You think they had to
collected
reshoot
coins
this
today
for
in the
when
game,
he
Julian. He's not
failed?
come out of these mystery
Yeah.
boxes.
Made the
Is this
series
best
look
way to go
bad,
about
so they
it?
had to get
What
another
he needs to do
kid.
is actually pick up the mushroom and convert himself into Super Mario, which
Might
Convert
convert
yourself.
yourself.
into the small Mario. What he also needs to do is pick up the leaf, which gives him flying
Mario's getting
abilities.
converted here at the
Where's this leaf
chapel.
gonna be then?
On the right, if he can put
Oh my word, there's the leaf, just as we
Oh
spoke
my
about.
goodness, a leaf! He picked up a leaf!
Oh my word.
Coins, not a lot of coins so far, Julian.
No, what he needs to do is the raccoon suit gives him flying abilities, and what he needs to do is clear a run up and then
What are you
be able
doing?
to access.
He's
high
clearing a
passes
runway.
that you normally
Yeah.
can't.
He's got
And
plenty
what
of time
he's
to do
doing
this.
He's going to take a run up and then fly.
If it was video power, he'd have like 15 seconds, and Johnny Arcade would just be like manhandling him the entire time, shoving him
Waddling
around.
him.
Come on, kid, come on!
He needs to rush along a bit. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, what's this
faffing
little
around.
thing? A one-up?
Yeah,
Is that gonna
This
be
is like a
really
little
good?
more restrained than video power, but
Pointless waste of time. He ought to be collecting coins considering the time limit.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
24 coins, just about a minute going.
Oh yeah, they did trim out the HUD. Why did they do
We
that?
cannot stress it enough. But he's flying up and off the
I guess it
screen.
was too confusing for the home
Reach the
viewers.
pipe, which leads to another secret screen, which is stacked full of. Oh, he's
What? No, go in the pipe!
Still-
Is
I
this
can't-
curtains for our young challenger?
Well, it's
This is
trouble.
curtains.
He needs to access a power pill down here now and convert these blocks into
Power
coins.
pill?
It still won't be enough. So the pressure's on.
It's not a P-switch, it's a power
secret
pill.
area.
Okay.
And collect the coins.
What do you mean he only has 44 coins?
He's got
Kid!
about, 35
Do you know how
seconds
much
left.
is riding on
Very
this?
close, Jazzy.
Oh, okay, he's taking a different route.
Okay.
He's in there quite comfortably. Now,
Keeping
he's
us
a
in-
little secret room
in
here. This is
suspense.
gonna be enough coins, I think.
Cheeky
Yeah.
little
Hit
bugger.
it. Oh, that was
Come out
cheeky.
here and rush right as quickly as possible.
He's
Oh, he has to finish the level,
got
too.
about
Do it, do it.
17, 18 seconds to go.
Everybody
He's
take your
got
power
about
pill right now.
Could well make this
No,
challenge just
no.
go.
Med's reminder.
He's done it.
Whew, that was tense.
Do you think it would be a controversy in America if they filmed a show like this?
We said we wanted to start with a winner, and we certainly did.
You know,
seems like
probably.
I just think that's something that would never fly in America, you know?
I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to be extremely embarrassed.
They're more hardcore over
It
there.
was just getting the raccoon Mario, and then right at the end, I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't fall down any pits and hit anyone.
Well, the thing is, since you completed the challenge, you're the first ever winner of what we hope is going to be a more prized possession than all the Oscars, Emmys, Barrys, and even Swap Shop Erics put together. You have won the first ever golden customized GamesMaster joystick.
This music.
I love the monk.
Yeah, that monk would have taken him to the gallows if he failed.
You take that back to
Just
Edinburgh
kill
with
his
you, and
ass.
you can
If
put it
you
in your
cover
hand
the
and walk
100
proud and
bits,
erect
kill his
through the
ass.
high street. Thank you very much, Daniel Blake. Now, before we go on to our celebrity challenge,
Oh, I missed the dick
let's take a
joke.
quick peek
They
at
just
this
fly
week's
by
review.
so quick you can barely notice.
Each week, our reviews will be linked by a theme. This week, it's time to smear ketchup on your hot dog as we look at movie conversions.
I'm sorry?
First off, on the Mega Drive, flex your pecs with postmodern
Do they
icon
eat hot
Arnie
dogs
in
instead of
Terminator.
popcorn in the UK?
It's actually a good game. It's very playable. Nice big sprites. Lots of exciting.
People just in the theater smearing hot dog, smearing ketchup on their
They're
It's very
nachos.
impressive, and if you had any friends around, you could pose with it.
For once, it's a Mega Drive game that packs a real challenge.
I like this guy.
Still got the great standard of graphics and sound that you come to expect from the Mega Drive, but it's also got a very high standard of gameplay.
Also, I like this game. It's really short, but it's pretty good. 87 is really high for this game. You can beat in 20 minutes, though.
Next up, this week's late night movie is
Oh, here we go. The McCall 45 special. NES Adams Family.
Thank you for the 50
it's a good game. and
You
it-
know,
it
I
certainly
hope
would
that there's
give you
golden
value for
joysticks
money
and
in terms of
secondhand
playability.
I wanna
because
buy
it's,
one.
It's very addictive.
I want to lie that I was on this
It
show.
doesn't really offer very
The
much,
first American to win a Golden Joystick
original
Award
or new.
after Billy
The
Mitchell.
NES has a circuit of good quality platform games. There's all the Mario games, there's DuckTales. So
It's
I think
just
that
as good as
more really could have been
DuckTales.
done with the license than just another bog standard NES platform game.
You know, Adams Family, DuckTales, it's all the same.
And finally, butter your popcorn on the PC with Indiana Jones 4 and the Fate of Atlantis.
We're always buttering or slathering something on this show.
It's a much more sophisticated game, much more superior
Slather your hands in
graphics,
butter, kids.
And the depth of the story and the puzzling is all at a much higher
Turn up the show
level.
just a little
It's
bit.
got all the makings of a Lucasfilm game. If you look at it, the attention.
All
to
these shows are
detail,
presented
the
in
quality of the
360p.
Just
So
the humorous
video
touches
and video
the
and
shooting
sound
game
quality reflects that.
are really quite stunning. There's
Yes, we get the point.
Hey, let him
the
talk.
best ever PC adventure games.
This guy's being enthusiastic about an all-time classic, and you're like, shut the fuck up, nerd. Get to the point.
Now for this week's feature. George Bush does it, Prince William started to do it, New Kids on the Block do it together, and so does Betty Boo. They all play their Game Boy. However, not content with merely owning the most pleasurable
Was that for
usage
dick
of hardware
jokes?
money can buy, Game Boy owners are now customizing their beloved handhelds.
Look at that!
I like that.
Is that Desert Storm Game Boy?
I like
took
these
the
Game Boy
skateboard grips, put it on it because it makes holding it much more comfortable. Your
Put
hands don't
skateboard
sweat so
grips on it,
much.
and that makes it
And
more
I put the
comfortable? Isn't that like
essential
sandpaper?
Stussy sticker on there.
I'm a toy collector, so I have loads of bits
Holy
of
shit.
toy and
This lady.
animation and
Yo,
colorful
Choo
things.
Choo! We got
A
Choo
Game
Choo
Boy comes
sighting!
into this world naked.
Huckleberry
and
Hound!
It's begging to be designed. It's crying out to be scribbled, drawn, smashed up, and designed all over.
If you want some
Huckleberry
tips
Hound is
about how to
maximum
customize your Game Boy, and for any other information about the show, you can
put a
join our
skull on
special
mine.
GamesMaster
I
It makes it look
will
cool
not
because
lie.
there's a skull on it.
I do like these customized Game Boys quite a bit.
So, some sound advice on where to put your pennies. Now it's time for our celebrity challenge, and we'll go over to GamesMaster to
that a
find
dick
out
joke?
what it is.
Something about pennies.
Nice to see
Should
you
I put
again.
my pennies otherwise?
I do hope you enjoyed my last little jaunt. Rather a competent player, wasn't he?
Thank you, Melodic.
For my second challenge this week, I thought I'd got
This
the
guy-
stock
we're not
of
in a
football
sewer, we're
on
in a,
Manchester United Europe.
This is a chapel.
It'll be a game of two
Yeah.
90-second
We're at the
halves
sewer
in
chapel.
which
Thank
a
you for this
talented
up.
Manchester United formation will pit themselves against
Here's something
the
you're going to
classic
see a lot on
skills
this
of
show.
Liverpool.
Soccer content.
I trust we'll
Or
all be
footy.
treated to a display of exemplary gamesmanship.
Exemplary
And our two
gamesmanship. Let's
contestants
go.
trying to get the ball in the net tonight are Simon Reynolds from Bishop Stortford and his opponent, Wimbledon and England striker, John Fashanu.
So they have actual quote-unquote celebrities and athletes competing on some of these challenges. And looking over the celebrity guests on Wikipedia, I think it's a pretty fun time if you're an American. Because you're like, who the hell are these people?
I see you brought all the supporters with you as well. Is this your team or is it just a cruel joke?
It is my team, yes.
Well, my commiserations to you. What kind of tactics will we see from you in the game tonight?
Good, close, clean passing play tonight.
Lot of skill?
Oh, yes.
Well, talking about your
Definitely.
skill, we're now going to your opponent tonight, John Fashanu from Wimbledon. John, how are you going to play the game tonight?
I think, like Simon says, I think the crowd have come here to watch a nice, clean, enjoyable
Play it like
game.
tennis,
In a good
me being from
spirit.
Wimbledon and all.
I think over the years, Wimbledon have built up the reputation of being fair and honest, and that's really just what we want to do. Sorry.
Right, well, we'll see if that all comes through. If you'd like to take
break
your
something?
seats, lads.
Did he step on the guy's foot?
Kick off. And joining me in my newly converted pulpit dugout tonight, from Software House Renegade, home of the Bitmap Brothers, Tom Watson. Tom, welcome.
It's one of the
to
Bitmap
GamesMaster.
Brothers.
Oh, it's a Bitmap brother.
Now, what's the sort of basic
Well,
skill
well,
you've
if
got
it
to
isn't the
master with
Bitmap
Man United
Brothers.
Europe game?
Well, quite simply, it's passing. It's all about that, about being able to control the ball
That's
with
right,
the
it
player
is all
and
about
move on and
passing.
find
I
another
know
man.
Okay then, are our two competitors ready? Okay then, John, kick off. Simon is in the white Liverpool.
All right, they're competing in this soccer game. I don't know which one this is. I've already forgotten. It's probably like for the Amiga or some shit.
That's going to be very important for this match.
Okay, Man United Steve Bruce picks it up in midfield. All right.
It does.
Yellow
yeah,
card.
It is a confessional. They're gaming in the confessional. What the fuck?
Here we have the
Yeah,
set
people would
piece
shit
system.
themselves
This
in
is
America
a
if they tried
target,
this.
Which indicates where the ball can go from a set piece. So
Weirdly enough, I think you could get away with it in Catholic Church, but I think you
Emily Hughes picks it up right towards the Man United
Yeah.
box. It's picked up John by
Over
John
here, you
Johnson.
couldn't even put crosses in your Nintendo games.
Gary Bailey quite comfortable there. Gary Bailey flicks the ball out.
Meanwhile, in Europe, everything goes. Oh, just for the record, there was an episode called The Gore Special, which just showed off fatalities from video games. I thought about including it, but they had a section on sex games that was full of full frontal nudity. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this ain't video power.
Go look up that episode on YouTube if you want to see some full frontal nudity.
All right, everybody want to look up some hot babes?
They showed that episode after midnight, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, teen boy shit.
John really has to tighten up on his tackling.
Okay, John Costa kicking out and makes your finger towards the Man United box.
That episode probably set a record for dick jokes.
Chris Lawyer gets the ball up, sends it in the
You have to re-sanctify the church after every episode.
Wow, good job.
Oh, they sold it on tape too. That's
Well,
cool.
it's all very tense here indeed. Simon appears to have been doing the most creative play, but John's tackles have been crunching. If you want to see how the match ends, tune back in after the break.
We'll have to tune back in. We gotta see this.
I want to see.
Welcome back to GamesMaster Stadium, where unfortunate Ipswich fan Simon Reynolds has
25
taken on Wimbledon's John Fashion.
Miggy, the Meggy, and the
score at the end of the
Snez.
first half was 0-0, but they hit the woodwork several times, so it looks like we're in for a cracking second half. Okay, John Fashion, of course, playing classic Man United
cracking.
from right to left in the famous wedge strike.
Right,
John
can
Fasher plays a nice ball back there. Phil Thompson sends it out to the right wing, but there's nobody there.
Here
Man
lies
United,
Simon and
Georgie
John.
Best picks
They
it up,
never
staying on his
saw.
feet for once. John Fasher under the covers.
He said Splatterhouse 2 was banned because it was shite.
Passing, and I think Simon deserved that. Excellent stop there.
Ultimate Dominik Diamond quote.
Yeah, you can check this out on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's probably.
And there's a player on there. Can he make it?
They got every episode on YouTube. There's a full playlist.
Oh, to hit the bar from 2 yards.
Well, that's how we do in Wimbledon. We hit the top bar.
No!
Bimo, welcome to soccer.
Hey, Bimo.
It's 2-0, and just look at the crowd now, Dom.
Dude, he's getting into it. Can anyone get the ball?
I just love that it's
They're having trouble with this.
It's just that it's filmed in a church that the lights. Oh!
Now, there are different settings for every season, but we'll get to
For
that.
John now.
This is what most people think of when they think of GamesMaster. Handing out golden joysticks, talking about waggling and wiggling and slathering.
Just tapped into the goalkeeper. An awful waste.
What a waste.
Sends it again, straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they piped in the footy crowd
Very confident
noise.
that he's going to take Liverpool to victory in this match.
Okay, Tommy Smith picks it up.
Host the UK version of Gladiators.
Someone
Yeah,
get the goddamn ball.
some of the celebrities on these later episodes were gladiators from Gladiators.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It was also
This is
also
not
at half time,
Arsenio
but you let him
Hall.
have it in the second half, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. We did a lot of research into how Bash played, and he played into our hands in the second half. You know, the lad's done great.
The lad's done great.
John, you must be sick as a parrot.
Well, obviously, I'm a little bit disappointed. I think the crowd will bear with me. I
as a
think they thought
parrot?
it was a goal as well.
Monty
Controversial
Python?
decision.
I don't
You know,
It's like
know.
1966 all over again.
Exactly. I don't bear many hard wishes, so, you know, all the best. I'm not a bad loser.
Is he dressed like he's hunting Dracula?
is!
Very, very Belmont-esque.
Fabulous, golden, throbbing GamesMaster joystick.
They call it a throbbing joystick.
Oh, of course. I've lost count. There's been at least 6
Yeah,
good
there's
jokes.
just been a billion of them. Let's just assume we're always talking
So
about
please put your hands together again for our winner, Simon Reynolds, and the gallant loser, John Fashion.
The gallant loser.
Slather your joystick and ketchup. Sorry.
Hello.
And now, each week at this juncture of the show, we enter our consultation zone.
This
If
lighting
you have
is
any
insane.
problems with your favourite game, drop us a line about them, and we'll get your queries answered by the man who knows more than anyone, the GamesMaster.
Time to talk to the GamesMaster.
Virtuality.
Hello, GamesMaster.
Welcome to my kingdom. I am delighted to see you. And what have you got to ask me?
On Sonic the Hedgehog, I heard there's a secret world on Act 3 of the Green Hill Zone. Could you please tell me where it is? I can't find it anywhere.
I want to know this
Indeed, I can,
too.
dear boy. Though I must admit to being a little surprised that you haven't found it yet. Work through the level until you reach a solid wall. Instead of bouncing over it, however, you can break straight through it by taking a run-up and spinning upon impact. You will then be in a
That's not a secret world,
where 6
GamesMaster.
pretty rings and an extra life await you.
Thanks very much. See ya.
Delighted.
Bye.
Hello,
GamesMaster.
Hello, and nice to see you. Now, what can I do for you?
In Elvira, I can't find the 4-leaf clover I need for casting a spell. Where is it?
Elvira
Kids playing Elvira?
Hey, it's a good game.
The clover can be found at the base of the hedge.
This game's gory
on the
as
way
shit.
towards the falconer in the meadow. You can now have all the ingredients you need for casting the propitious surprise spell.
Oh, thanks.
Next, please.
Hello, GamesMaster. On Simon's quest, I cannot get past Deborah Cliff. What advice can you give me?
To get past
God, they released Simon's Quest over there. I forgot.
You
Poor
need
kids.
to select the red crystal and then kneel down for about 5 seconds.
Remember this shit?
A whirlwind will then appear, which will whisk
This
you
game makes
across
sense to
the
them.
other
They
side of
grew
the
up playing
wall.
Amiga games.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, oh, kneel at the cliff with the red crystal.
And I think that's
Should have
enough
known.
little tidbits for 1 week. Heed my advice until we meet again.
So, some juicy computer tidbits this week. Now for our final challenge, let's see what GamesMaster has planned.
I thought an old-fashioned Wild West shootout would be a good way of ending the first show with a bang.
Delightful.
The game, Mad Dog McCree.
Let's go!
In this little escapade,
American laser games in the UK!
And your
Yeah, I
mission
do
is
love
to
the
rid
way that the
town of
British children
outlaws
address the
in order to
GamesMaster.
deliver
It's
to
really
freedom
funny.
the town
Mr.
sheriff
GamesMaster,
held
sure,
hostage
sir.
in his own
They're
jail.
so polite.
So get your pistol hammer cocked and let's
Just
see
this
those
floating
barrels blazing.
head.
As far as I know, he doesn't actually know anything about video games. He's just an astronomer that was on
Contestant
TV.
needs a steady aim, but a quick trigger finger. We found him scouring the barren plains of North Wales looking for action. We've roped him in and he's here to play. Please flap your hands fervently for Tony Wright.
Flap your hands fervently for Tony Wright! Yeah, I'm really glad we got a chance to show this off.
I love that people
Tony,
have to
I
enter a
look at you
dimension
and the word
to meet the
mature
GamesMaster.
springs to mind.
Oh, they're
Is
dressed
there a gap
alike.
in the market for the
He's
older
also
games
going to hunt
player?
Dracula.
Okay,
Well,
they're
the kids
gonna
don't
put
get a
together.
look in these
Oh, they
days,
got
really.
even the similar
a lot of
glasses.
people are
Yeah,
going in there
okay.
to use these
That's his
machines
dad.
as sort of stress relievers and so on. It's good after a hard day's
Very
work
proud of
to
you,
unwind a
son.
bit.
Okay, well, I've had a hard day myself. Let's hope you really...
Funny little show you got here. Why is it in a chapel?
Fighting ring, we'll get ready to play.
It's the Starcade Dad.
And helping me co-commentate from the sidewalk is the editor of Computer and Video Games magazine, Tim Boone. Tim, welcome to GamesMaster.
Hi, Dominic.
Now, Tim,
What's the secret behind Super Mario Brothers 2? Did you know it was once called Doki Doki
Oh, I think
Panic?
so. Mad Dog McCree surely is a special game. It's a laserdisc game in which the idea is to shoot as many of these mean varmints as you can with your 6-shooter.
That's so unnatural. You've never said varmint before in your life.
Yeah,
And I think in Tony we could have a contender who
I guess
knows his
being
stuff.
from the UK can say
Okay, Tony, are you ready?
Yeehaw! This game is full
Load your
of rootin',
pistol and
tooting
come out shooting.
varmints.
Howdy, stranger. We need your help. Mad Dog McCree's gang is taking over the town. The mayor and his daughter have been taken hostage out to Mad Dog's hideout. Sheriff, he's locked up in jail. We're going to have to get him out to help with the gang. Can you help?
No.
Good. One more important.
You just played through this. I saw you playing, what was that, Crime Patrol earlier? The Sega CD version of that game was crusty. Crusty game.
As I said, they're coming thick and fast.
They do come in very quickly.
Good shooting, stranger. What I was going to tell you is the keys to get the sheriff out of jail are with One-Eyed Jack. And he's in the saloon drinking. Now go get him.
Try another one. Hey, you can't see shit in Mad Dog McCree's Sega CD.
He just kept shooting him.
Yeah. A couple of bullets in just to make sure.
Yeah, no, this place is full of trouble. Apart from her, she's quite safe.
Be careful. That's
it's Dominik Diamond.
Over there.
Looking at my keys, stranger? You wouldn't be
Some
trying
mighty
to
fine
get the
keys.
sheriff out of jail now, would you? Chaco! Show him what we did in trouble.
Oh my God.
It's not actually happening, Dominic. No one's actually getting murdered. Oh my God. He's been shot.
Brilliant shooting.
5 out of 5. He's now back off to the jailhouse to rescue the sheriff.
He's the best shooter in the UK, they call him.
Johnny's his wits about him right now. They could come from anywhere.
Shot him up the
Just the way that he digitally shoots dead people to kill them.
Yeah, save the sheriff.
Damn, nice work. Nice work.
Good job.
Now, Now, Tony, that was incredible shooting there. Was there any
Incredible
point in the
shooting.
game where you thought, this is a bit tricky?
Well, it's never an easy game, you know, it's always a bit difficult, but it was okay.
Well, Tony, we've got very big news for you. To commemorate your famous shootout at the GamesMaster Corral, we'd like to award you a special coveted golden GamesMaster joystick.
They're handing this shit out like candy. Maybe it's not that special after all. Punch MSX, thank you so much for the community gift subs. Enjoy your emotes, everybody, and I appreciate the gift subs. Thank you so much. A golden joystick for you.
So, we kick off the series with 3 winners, but I have a feeling things are going to get a lot tougher. And now it's time for me to don my smoking jacket and have a refreshing cup of chamomile. So I'll see you again in 7 days. Good night.
Okay.
Even with all the dick jokes, this feels way more classy than Video Power somehow. Good night, GamesMaster. You've served us well. I just think it's really funny we've seen Patrick Moore on this stream before in the context of a CDI game, before we saw his much more famous appearance on GamesMaster. There you go, episode 1 of season 1. What do y'all think?
I like it.
Hope you're ready for a lot more of that shit, because that's what we got. The series is going to evolve from here, but this is classic GamesMaster, and it's what I think of when I think of the series. Weird cyber old guy giving tips in a cathedral.
We have newsletters, free t-shirts and competitions with staggering prizes. The Monk hotline number to call is 0891 600 123. Calls are charged at 36 pence a minute after 6 p.m. and 48 pence during the day. Lines are open around the clock.
Shall we join the GamesMaster Club?
Yeah, make sure you call during the cheap rate stuff. Alright, next up we have Season 1, Episode 5, which is one that I handpicked. This has no special significance in terms of the history of the series, but it has a billiards showdown, which is about the most British thing I can think of.
Okay. Now, is it games billiards, real billiards, or whack?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
I just wanted to maximize the show's Britishness in the brief time we have with it.
I think we've heard the 25 hero turtles, but yeah, those turtles can be neat. Apparently it was just one guy in the UK who hated the ninja stuff.
He hated nunchucks, that guy. Hated it.
Thank you very much and welcome to GamesMaster, the show which has made the 6:30 slot its own and is responsible for more sprained wrists than the lovely Julia Roberts. Everything you've always wanted to know about video games.
What, 10 seconds before the first dick joke?
Bro,
and game
Keep it in your pants, eh?
Okay, by the man who put the round windows on play.
See, I can do it too.
Greetings. So you
That man ruined Michelangelo. He kind of did.
Little ruses. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? To start with, I'd like you to try your hand at DuckTales.
Yeah!
2.5 minutes. The guides.
I would destroy these kids at DuckTales. I would end them. I would make them embarrassed to be alive.
And then retrace your webbed steps to escape from the cavern with the help of a launchpad. 2.5 minutes.
See, they got good games in the UK too.
I know they do.
It wasn't just all Amiga and Simon's Quest.
We've played a lot of good UK games. And thank you so much, Easy Breezy TV, for the raid. We're watching GamesMaster.
Hey Breezy, welcome to GamesMaster, a UK TV show about games from the 90s. Hope you had a good stream.
From Manchester.
From Manchester, this kid.
I love that ramp he has to walk up.
If you've never seen this show, it's about kids who compete in video games in a cathedral, at least on season 1.
Very hard.
And you're very confident about the challenge?
Very confident.
Well, I'm very pleased to see you are, because I think it's a very tough challenge, to tell you the truth. It gets quite tricky in some points.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wish you all the best, Scott. If you just like to go and plunk yourself down in a hot seat there.
These little kids are so nervous in front of a huge crowd.
Here, as always with me, is Jazz Rignall. He never seems to do anything else apart from perch with me up here. Jazz, DuckTales.
I didn't catch a word of that.
Yeah, it is. The game's
probably a
not
dick
that
joke,
difficult,
though.
but the challenge is, and unless he hasn't mapped it out, he's going to have trouble.
Okay, well, we've got every confidence in our Scott. Are you ready then, Scott? Off you go. Now, what's these first little things that Duck McScrooge has got to...
His objective here is to find the hidden Bubba Duck in the Himalayas level.
Get rid of them, otherwise
That's an alternate path. You wouldn't see it in a speedrun.
At a pharaoh pace, he's obviously got to avoid this huge big ram here. And
that would be a goat, Dominic.
He ducks away from it instead of fighting it. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, if you mess mess it up unless you're absolutely sure that you're going to hit it right.
Oh my God! Falling down gaping chasm now. Is he going to be killed?
No,
He's
fine.
not
You
real.
can,
He's going to be fine.
Basically, he's going
The
right
people
way.
who get shot in Mad Dog
What it's
McCree
all
aren't
about is
real.
actually
Scrooge
mapping your
McDuck
way
isn't real. He's
through
not going to
and he's
die.
going the right way.
Oh, you fucked up. You can't get over
2.5
there.
minutes to do the challenge, and 30 seconds have
gotta
gone
respawn
already,
the
so he's
blocks.
gone very well, Jazz.
Yeah, he's going the right route, as I said, and that's the most important.
God,
If
that
you start
intense
getting lost
face.
or something like that, you can end up spending minutes of your time trying to retrace your steps.
Dominic gonna blow a gasket.
Always found one of
Seeing
his
this
little
stuff in these
nephews.
games.
Is that Huey, Dewey, Louie? What are they called?
I forget what his name is, actually.
They don't even know
It
their
gives you a clue and tells you.
It's Disney shite. Who cares?
I'm terribly sorry, Jack. He just seems to be narrowly missing all these icebergs. I don't know how he's managing to miss them.
Sorry,
Well,
that
he's
shot
picked
was
up an invincibility pill, so he's safe there. You can go flying.
who's
through
this?
He has an
I think he's
invincibility
actually
pill.
found
They're all
Bubba.
about pills over there. Have you noticed? There's Bubba. He did it.
So that's so he's exactly halfway through the time limit now, and he's found Bubba, so he's well on course, Julian.
He certainly is. He's got the jewel. He's got to find that helicopter. He's bouncing his way across. He's got to be more careful coming back because he hasn't got the invincibility.
Group of pill pushers, a lot of
So
them.
he's obviously got to negotiate this snow here. And he's running
Sorry,
away, but
the
he's
shots of the kid are
he's
just
got 1 minute
killing me.
left.
They're so
60 seconds left here. It's going to get
Yeah, I'd
pretty
never heard of
tight
Bubba
here,
Duck getting an audience
he's doing
pop
really
before.
well.
Maybe the
Couldn't
first in
make it.
history.
Now we've just got to negotiate this huge big spider.
don't
It's going to be a
think we've
fun
ever
for
seen
the spider. He's over there. He's got 45 seconds
That is a
left to go.
Canadian
There's a big
show.
roll.
That's one we ought to show off sometime.
Actually, yeah.
We have plenty of options. That's a good idea. I gotta write that down. That's gonna be the next one to go up against Video Power. And Video Power is gonna lose to it again. Yeah, with Nicholas Pickles.
Well done. You made pretty short work of that challenge there.
Yeah.
Were you nervous at all?
Yeah, my legs are like
I want to say
jelly.
92.
It certainly didn't look like this. I mean, I've never seen anybody get through that game so quickly. Well, the thing is,
The pipe organ's really good.
You have won what
He doesn't know what to say.
anything in the world. One of our
He got that Puma fit, though.
extremely special golden GamesMaster joysticks.
Thanks.
Danny, can we have monks?
Okay, Scott,
Sure.
take that
Like,
back to my
can I
computer.
like,
Feel of ours
can
with
I get a
enjoyment with
monk
it.
to like
Go
hand you
on,
dinner?
We can get monks to chant behind us as we stream.
Okay, so while Scott gets to grips with his large possession, let's go and check out the reviews of all
This
the
large
latest new
possession.
games. Our 3 games this week are linked by the word funk. First up on the Mega Drive, struck your surreal stuff with the console
Chances
world
of-
dancer from Bill and Ted, the extreme.
What are the odds of a third leg
Jam and
joke?
Earl.
100%. Yeah, the music's
It looks great. Bit of humour, fantastic graphics, great sound, well, especially appealing to a 12-year-old kid.
Showdown is a very good game graphically and very good musically as well.
Who are you?
Very limited appeal. I feel you get quite bored of it quite quickly.
Good fun for a while, I'd say. Slickly put together, but not a lot of game in there.
You didn't play this. Wow, no third leg joke. I'm impressed. Such restraint.
Oh my god!
The world with pure love in Top Banana.
Chat!
Currently at the bottom 10 in our Mascot Friday
And
list.
the graphics are absolutely superb, but that doesn't actually make the game. The playability isn't there.
The thing with Top Banana is very environmental. It makes for a different game.
Yeah, it's very environmental.
Platform with beat 'em up in the middle.
Is it?
Seen it all before, really.
So this, what?
That is an amazing score for Top Banana.
And finally, Bard the Brand
Finally,
arrives
one
on the
game
Game
that,
Boy as you
one of the
eat
few
shots
games
and
that could
half
possibly be
counts
worse
with
than
Bart
Top
Simpson's
Banana.
Escape from Camp
Yeah,
Deadly.
65% for the game that made me
Wonderful game,
sick.
both graphically and musically. With
Literally.
great speech and animation.
Nothing particularly outstanding or new, but good fun, and if you like The Simpsons, you won't be disappointed in the game.
Yeah, where's the funk in this? He said there was... whatever. Jesus Christ!
Better than... They say it's better
Now
than...
for our preview section. They zapped you with Xenon, gifted you with
It's
gold,
crazy.
and shouted you with
Toe
magic
Jam and
pockets.
Earl,
The
Danny.
Bitmap Brothers
An
are now back with
Imagineering
the
Game
Chaos
Boy
Engine.
platformer.
Renegades Graham Boxhall gives us a sneak preview.
Did you just really love The Simpsons more than anything in the UK? Like...
It takes place back in the Victorian era, and your job will be to take
First batch of reviews seem kind of
characters
normal to me.
into a
But this,
Victorian
Jesus.
house to destroy
Yeah, Top
the
Banana, this
house.
is normal. This is a game people want to
Your
play.
main character is
Smashing game,
controlled by
this.
the joystick, and then you've got 2 other characters who
This game's actually good.
They've got their own attributes, and although they
Also known as Soldiers of Fortune on Mega Drive.
They've actually got special identities. The game's strongest feature.
Yeah, they cut out a lot of what this guy was saying.
Creates a new gaming environment, taking the best best elements of.
But is it better than Top Banana?
And combine them with role-playing games to create something that nobody has ever done before.
Above average. Oh, I see. This is a preview. It's a good one. Look out for it.
And we'll wrap up this week's review section with a reminder about our
prototype
GameSmaster
version?
Golden
Cool.
Goal competition
Let's get that.
on Kickoff
Let's
2.
dump it.
All you need to do is to save on disc moments when you sent the crowd wild with a Gaza-free kick or a Mark Hughes volley. At the end of the series, we'll choose the best goal, and the winner will receive 2 tickets to the Rumbelows Cup final. For
That's
more
kind
details
of
about
a
the
fun
competition
contest.
And for any other information
the game's
about
instant
the program,
replay to show
you
off
can
your
call
cool
the
moves.
GamesMaster Club.
I
We'll
like
give you
that.
the number at the end of the show.
Who's judging?
Somewhat mixed bag of reviews this week. But not to worry, for now we go on to our celebrity challenge.
Just pulling into my bag of reviews.
All about it is the biggest celeb of them all, the GamesMaster.
GamesMaster.
Nice to see you again. I do hope you enjoyed that last little jaunt. What an extremely able young man he was. Time for some sport now, I think. Let's retire to the billiard room for some Green Bay's action on Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker.
Jimmy White!
Jimmy White 90 seconds each on this most realistic of snooker simulations to amass the highest possible score. Only the colors will be on the table. They'll start over the pockets, but when we return to the
Desiree, this is the
spots
second
once they've
episode
been
we're watching. We saw the debut episode
And for
previously.
this challenge, young Christian Price from Nottingham will take on the game's designer, Archer McLean.
What?
And helping to provide expert ball-by-ball
That sounds fair.
commentary is one of the most popular and successful figures in the game, the whirlwind himself, Jimmy White.
They have Jimmy White there!
They got Jimmy there?
Probably the biggest celebrity they've ever had on the show. The guy who's actually famous for the thing.
Holy shit, we got the game designer and then also
Christian, if I
Jimmy
tell you
White.
first, you're actually the national champion at this game. You must fancy your chances against the man who designed it.
Yes, I do.
You think you're going to take him?
Yeah.
Now, if I keep
Yeah, I'll
on
kick
with
his
you,
ass.
Archer, an excellent game you have designed. Surely you must
So
know
it's a
everything there
kid,
is
the
to know about it,
designer,
and there should be no
and
problem to you.
fucking
And Jimmy White. That is a stacked lineup.
I would
And
just
last
die
but
on the
no means
spot.
least,
I
Jimmy,
would
you'll be
just be
joining me in the
like, bite my
pulpit.
cyanide
Who do you
pill, I'm
fancy for
done.
this challenge?
He's apparently a
I don't know, I
champion
think
of the
it'd be
game,
even
though.
money, actually. I think I might fancy the kid.
Okay, now Archer, if you'd like to linger around in that pew there, Christian, take your seat in the game playing chair, and Jimmy, come up to the pulpit.
If I had a game in a pew, my grandma would kick my ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one episode had Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
so what's the
another one
general-
had
general
Macho Man
tips you
Randy
can give
Savage.
Christian?
Those are the only
Well,
names I
mainly just wants
recognized.
to get himself in a good position. And
Oh, and
just,
one episode had
hopefully
Natalie
he keeps his
Imbruglia?
position and carry on potting as many balls as he
What?
can.
I
and do it
don't
like he's
know.
great.
Okay, Christian, are you ready? Then chalk your cue and get ready to pot those balls. Okay, now
I love
let's see what
the
shot
dead
is gonna
silence
line
after
up.
he said
Time
that.
will start ticking away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that sink in.
First ball, and it looks like he's lining up the black there in the bottom corner pocket, Jimmy. A good choice?
Yeah, he's going to go for the black
politely.
first. And
That's the
he's
most
not going in
important part.
sequence, obviously.
Look at all of this.
Pot the black,
That's too
and I
much
think he's
stuff
potting
that
it
you
plain
have to
ball. Yeah, it
do.
looks like plain ball.
Nice long stroke.
Black in.
Oh, nice whip.
Yeah, a bit of time though, getting there. So run round.
Oh yeah, let that sink in. I'm part of the dick
pink around
jokes.
The pocket. May use a little bit of screw. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I think he's using a bit of bottom. A bit short because he's going to screw back.
And there he goes.
Yeah, and there's a little.
Some quality snooker.
Screw back, you see there.
Now, what will that enable him to do with this shot? Will it be positioned
Liam
for...
Bruglia wasn't much of a guess. She was just lying on the floor. Thank you.
Oh, you see that brown's covering the
The
pocket?
brown's going a bit awkward, yeah, but it looks like.
I was
he's-
seriously
Look at
scanning that
time.
list of
I'm
episodes
very
for
pleased
celebrities
with
that I
the
knew,
before.
and this was the best I could
Okay,
come
it's
up
halfway
with.
through the time there. 45
One of the
seconds.
episodes said that it had the guest, the crash test dummies, and I was like, oh my god, cool, the band who did But it was just a couple of guys in incredible crash dummies outfits, like the public safety service mascots.
And you weren't impressed? It was the crash test dummy.
I was a little impressed.
Christian's potting very well, but he's only got 20
They were promoting that
seconds
horrible
left
gray
now. He's gonna have
matter
to hurry now, Jimmy.
designed crash test dummies.
Line up the pink again, a bit to the right now with the guard, right? That's it. About there,
Well,
maybe a bit more.
Sorry, I can't get over how much they like Top Banana,
Yeah,
even though
she
you didn't
should
like
hit
Very
it.
tense. He's got 7
Get in.
seconds.
To like it at
He's
all
gotta
is
pot this
incredible.
one.
Yeah, great
Oh,
shot.
that one's in.
British gamers just built different.
3, 2, 1.
I do believe they are stronger than one.
I would have played that one, but that was part of the third season, so we do have some of the third season. But you'll see why I didn't want to show more of it than we have to.
Find out if the game's designer Archie McLean can
Yeah,
better
everyone's
score
nude
for
for the third
31,
season.
Please return to us after the break.
I'm a nude Dominik Diamond.
You have to play nude Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker with nude Jimmy White.
They actually,
Welcome
if I
back
recall,
to our
the Crash
special
Test
Green
Dummies
Days
did
GamesMaster.
have a few
We're
ads
featuring
in
Jimmy
the
White's
UK
Whirlwind
people.
Snooker Challenge, and the great man himself is with me in the
Yeah, I always
audience.
thought they were a U.S. ad council thing.
National Computer Snooker champion Christian Price has just scored a break of 31.
Danny was
and now
sad the
game's
plastic
designer
dummies were
Archie McLean
bad.
is about
Thank
to
you,
see if
Cartman.
He can top it.
That was my Crash
Archer,
Test
are you
Dummies
ready?
impression.
Then chalk your cue and begin your break. Okay, now I see Archer's going for...
Oh, he doesn't get to slam the balls around into the holes?
Yeah, he's going to line up the pink.
You're more distinguished when it comes to Archer McLean.
Okay, so the Crash Test Dummies toys.
Now, is the room to squeeze the pink
Line
in
up
here?
the pink, yeah, similar shot that Christian had. He needs to
toys are
hit
cool,
this
they can
straight.
fall apart.
And he's in length, bit of
screw
just
there.
below bottom. Yes, that's it.
That's so funny they brought over the
Yeah, bring it
toys
round.
based on
We're
a
all
public
fishing
service
up front.
announcement.
He may even attempt to go off the brown here. I think he might
Truly,
be
there is
best
nothing
off
that
the
cannot
top
be
and gets it
internationally licensed.
Here he goes.
Yeah,
Oh, and he's stuck that one. 18
he screwed it back. Tremendous shot.
Screwed it back, leaving himself a nice angle for it again.
Turns out this guy knows how to play his own game.
Just down this pink and score points from this shot. Because he's already got it lined up, so he's very clever.
Oh, another nice one again there. Screwed it back a little bit.
Are you just going to
He's
keep
going to
putting
move
the
it
same
around, give it
ball
a
in
bit
the
of
hole?
variety. He's now going to
You're
pop
not
the
going
black.
to shake it up?
Okay, 37 seconds.
Want them to invent new balls for this?
31, he's equal. He's now equal.
I think it's pretty standard. It's
all
been
in his
set
next
for a
ball.
while.
He's got 30 seconds left here.
What different ball would you suggest for this
Going
game?
Same shot again in the middle, but from the other side of the table. He's just going to stun it in. That's what he's done.
Slight problem with that. A cube.
Now, bad luck, Christian.
Archer
31
wins
points,
somehow.
very good score,
Go
not quite enough.
Archer.
How do you think you could have scored better?
Bit quicker. That's too slow.
Archer, you wasted no time with those balls at all. What was the secret of your success?
Well, I was lucky on that first pink, but it helps writing the game as well. So.
Right, okay, and now I thought...
Well, Caw says he wasn't supposed to beat the kid, but did so anyway accidentally.
Did well, but
That's
not
great.
quite enough.
No, he did very well, but
Poor
Archer
kid.
being a bit more experienced, he played the same ball in the middle 3 times, which gave him a lot of points. But no, it was close.
Right, now,
You got a little bit of
Archer,
that
as our
Columbo
winner tonight,
swag.
You win the
Little
best
bit.
prize
Just a
in
little bit.
television, a golden GamesMaster joystick.
There it is, another one. Surely there has to be a few of those out there. It can't be too hard to just buy one off of eBay.
So is Jimmy White not even playing?
He was just commentating.
And now, before Jimmy pops off, we've got a special treat for you at home.
Before
We've got
Jimmy
the game
pops
designer
off.
Archer McLean to line us up a special trick shot that would test even Jimmy.
I want to see Jimmy
So,
pop off.
You'd like to sit yourself in the
Pop
hot
off,
seat,
Jimmy.
and we'll see how you fare. Now, talk us through this shot we've set up for you.
Right, where the arrow is pointing at this red here over the pocket,
right.
I'm going to try, with the cue ball being based here, I'm going to try and pot the red over the pocket, which is like, well, it is impossible actually, but I'm going to play a 3-ball plant.
Right.
I'll just take this over to there.
Okay, well, good luck, Jimmy.
Okay.
Good luck, Jimmy.
Someone on Reddit has a gold joystick. Good.
Oh, sick.
Good.
All right, there's one confirmed to still
Cannon
exist.
it and knock the red in.
Oh,
Fancy.
good shot, Jimmy.
And now, while I pot a few pings with Jimmy, let's go into GamesMaster's consultation zone.
What are you going to do?
He's going to have a good time with Jimmy. Hop off, Jimmy.
He's going to wrestle with Jimmy?
Yeah, they're going to wrestle.
Hello, GamesMaster.
I made myself laugh.
Glad to see you. In Spider-Man, I can always reach the forklift boss, but he keeps ramming me. What am I doing wrong?
Foolish boy. You really should have realized by now that you can't stop this particular rogue if he's facing you. So you need to leap behind
man,
him
Genesis
and let him catch it
Spider-Man.
with your web. About 10 times in total. That'll do it.
Oh, great. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, great.
Thanks, bye.
Hello, GamesMaster.
Hello, and nice to see you. Now, what can I do for you?
On level 3 of Turtles, I cannot jump over the gap without dying. How do I do it?
Oh, the classic
You should have
AVGN moment.
experimented a little, young fellow. The answer really is most simple. Walk straight over the gap and don't jump it at all.
You could just walk over it?
That, yeah.
Thank you very much.
That fucked me up
Goodbye.
so bad, yeah.
Right, on to the next, please.
Hello, GamesMaster. My son gave me Shadow of the Beast 2 for Christmas, and I'm finding it very difficult to get anywhere.
I still have him locked in the basement over that.
If my memory serves me correctly, there are
What would you do if your kid gave you Shadow of the Beast 2?
I'd cry. Beefing your warriors up. Now listen. At the start of the game, walk to the right of the screen towards the pygmy. Once he starts pestering you, call up the question mode and type in 10 pints. Your warrior will then be invincible.
Warrior will then be drunk.
All you have to do is to find your way around.
Thank you, Carmen, for the 50
Thanks very much.
Well, you'll find it works.
Yeah,
and
if
that
only.
revelation brings the session to an end. I do hope the advice is going to be of some use.
Now we go into our eagerly awaited third challenge. Let's go to GamesMaster.
Sorry,
For
buttons
last
somehow
of this week's little escapades, we
Yeah, he
visit our
loves this show.
colonial friends in the Antipodes for an episode of Neighbours. The challenge
Neighbours.
is to take on and beat all comers in a scooter race around a place called Ramsey Street, avoiding potholes, roving kangaroos.
Yep, they
and
made an
elderly
Amiga
ladies
game
named
based
Mrs.
off
Mangle,
Neighbours,
and
the
a plump
Australian
giant
soap
by the name of
opera,
Howard.
I want to say.
So keep your wits about you and try not to succumb to the banality of the problem.
Yep, there was a game of this, and they're going to play
And to
it.
play this challenge, we're very lucky to have with us Neighbours' very own Matt Robinson. Please give a moist GamesMaster welcome for Ashley Pass.
Everyone give him a moist welcome. Ew, 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 it's moist.
Welcome to GamesMaster, Ashley. I'm very well.
Thank you, I'm quite moist
Ashley,
now.
We know all about the acting prowess of the Neighbours cast, but what's your game playing skills like?
Not very good. Well, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I have like a video game thing at home, you know. So I
Video game
waggling the
thing?
joystick now and then.
Console?
Absolutely. I'll waggle whenever I can.
Well, if you'd like to take your place
Oh,
in our
he's
game playing
joining the
hot
waggling
seat, we'll get ready
spirit.
to begin.
I'm ready.
Everyone's waggling out here.
And joining me in Lassiter's pulpit is GamesMaster's very own game-playing expert, Dave Perry. Dave, welcome.
Perry.
Now, you were saying to me earlier,
Finally,
you
we
don't
see the
fancy
introduction of
Ashley
Dave
Chance's much
Perry.
of this.
I don't at all, no. I don't think Ashley's going to get too far in this game, really.
He's a game
It's
expert.
very, very difficult to control. And
The man,
Ashley's
the
not much of a
legend.
skateboarder, I don't think.
Ashley, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be
Then
seeing more of
off
him.
you go.
But for now,
Here we start now. Ashley's pausing a little bit at the start.
oh my god, this guy doesn't stand a chance.
Oh, lovely little spot.
You're just letting some regular guy off the street who's never played a video game play an Amiga game, the Neighbours game,
Mrs. Mangle there. And he's safely past Paul Robinson's car.
with that controller.
How is this fair?
Into the kangaroo there. Came off the wash.
Okay, Australians. Were there kangaroos in episodes of Neighbours or
Not known for his
what?
hospitality.
Ashley is actually lying in third place or last, depending
That
on
would make
Third
me watch
place in a
Neighbours.
three-man race. I think Henry's up in front in his tractor, and Charlene's there somewhere in a
And there's
go-kart.
Scott Robinson again with his surfboard.
There's an emu now.
Ostriches. This game looks awesome.
Oh, but he's trying to do another
Maybe we should
review.
play this.
And Ashley's having severe
As you can see, there's a meter along the bottom of the
Okay,
screen
so
there, the Neighbours
confirmed there are
logo.
no kangaroos
The white part is his popularity,
Damn.
and as you can see, his popularity is going down.
I love the
every time.
huge title of the game at the bottom as his standard.
I like that the title is your help.
I like the two Grundies you have on the left.
Yeah, what are those Grundies?
He's used up one of his Grundies.
For a check, down for a body check. There. Harold, that's old fat Harold.
Almost got run over.
I think Henry's
Backed over him.
He's coming
Look at that
coming
horrible.
first, Charlene's coming
Danny, I want that
second.
controller. I want that controller really bad.
Ashley here.
Yep,
Maybe that controller was custom made.
Des seems to get around a bit in his car. He's
Harrier Trio
continually
beam,
appearing
thank
all
you
over the
so
place.
very much for the raid.
Helen again.
We
She's
are
walking
watching
around all over this.
episodes
With a
of
bump on the head, I
UK's
think.
Game
That's sort of where she's going with Mrs. Mangle's.
Yeah, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. They're playing Neighbours for the Amiga based off the Australian soap opera. Yes, that's real. I'm not just lying.
Grundy is the production company behind Neighbours. Okay. I thought it was just like Solomon Grundy or something.
Yeah.
Ashley.
There's multiple Neighbours games.
Sad, really, wasn't it?
People often fail on GamesMaster, but never in such a spectacular fashion.
No, it's the game. I'm sorry, it's the game. It's the game, it's the joystick, it's the whole thing.
So what went wrong with the game? What's wrong?
Yeah, it takes place in a church. Do you like that?
It's quite hard to make a little skateboard man
Take
sort
it
of go
to
in
the
the right
50 bits.
direction.
Yeah,
you know?
across the
Didn't
EV
seem to
finish
go
line.
anywhere. A bit like the Neighbours plot line sometimes.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, what with
I'm
all the
very, very
kangaroos?
Sorry, Ashley, but you walk away empty-handed. But I hope you've got lots of happy memories of us here.
Thanks very much, Dominic.
A round of applause again for Ashley Pass.
Yeah, I don't think he was much of a fan of his own game.
Yeah,
Well, that draws proceedings to a close, but never mind. I've got my smoking jacket to keep out the chills and a lovely bit of Assam in my mug. So keep your fingers on your fire button and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Just a nice classy end to a show filled with thousands of dick jokes. Time for me to put on my smoking jacket. Have a little nip before bed. So that's season 1 of GamesMaster, or at least the 2 episodes we had prepared. And I don't think you can get more British than that show we just showed.
The Snooker Championship.
The Snooker Championship with Jimmy White and a guy from Neighbours playing the game based on Neighbours. We're not going to get more British than that. Try as I might. Hey, Platinum Tulip, welcome.
Welcome.
You're in time for the next episode because we're moving on to season 2. And we're going to play an episode suggested by a friend of the show, JP Ronnie, who is actually a Brit himself.
The GamesMaster Golden Goal competition.
I did consult with several Brits for recommendations this episode.
The number to call, and please make sure
I figured they would know the best,
is 0891 600 123. If you're under 18, please ask permission before making the call.
Be sure to ask an adult before you watch Retro Pals. All right, here we go. We're in season 2. Episode, which one is this?
This is episode 4.
Episode 4. This is a memorable one for one certain thing. You'll know it when you see it. Yeah, if you want. So for this one, they moved from a church to an oil rig? Yeah, sure. There's a different setting for every single season, so keep track of that as we watch these and try and guess where they'll go next. Gamers love oil rigs. I love oil.
Thank you, and welcome once more onto our special GamesMaster holiday camp. Now, a lot of people ask me, Dominik, you keep mentioning Auntie Marisha and her special culinary expertise, but we never actually see her. Does she exist? Well, the reason is Auntie Marisha, it's very difficult to get her out of the kitchen, but today she has, and if you'd like to cast your eyes up there, we can actually see her. She's servicing some of the members of our audience, so if you can all
Excuse
give her a
me?
little bit of a wave to Auntie Marisha there.
Can we show that? Oh, all right. There's Auntie. She's servicing the members of the audience.
So we'll leave Auntie Marisha carrying on serving up her tonic for the troops, and we'll go on to tonight's first challenge to be set by the GamesMaster.
He's back. We brought him to the oil rig. We hooked him up.
For the evening's first parade on a frosty little number called Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice!
Oh, hey! Do you think he runs on oil?
Probably.
In less than 2 minutes.
He is not solar powered.
He weighs several tons. It takes much machinery to transport him.
The last segment of which is being
Do they need like is it like AI or
You
something
watch
where they
your
need like
footing
a
on
billion
those slippery
servers to run him?
Yeah, he's draining the ocean as we speak. I don't know if we played this for Mascot Friday, but we probably streamed Fire and Ice before.
We 100% have streamed Fire and Ice, I remember it.
Ride.
What is with his new outfit?
Nocturne Dustclaw, thank you for the raid. Welcome to GamesMaster, the UK show from the 90s. Hope you had a good stream.
Outfit.
Welcome, Kurunda. Now, I know you wanted to bring along your own joysticks, which you actually make. Do you want to talk us through a couple of them?
I was going to use this one, but because I was practicing so much, it's broken.
That's a brick.
I can hear it. So I'm going to use this one.
Okay, so how did you make that one?
Looks like you could kill someone with those
It was
things.
a joint venture between my dad, my uncle, and me. That was the original lunchbox, which was cast in aluminium. That's from my dad's work.
That would get you
That's from
arrested at a U.S. airport.
Okay, this is the one you're up to for tonight. Do you feel confident?
Nocturne
for your
Dust
challenge?
Cloth. For your resub. 48 months,
Okay, I
thank
like
you.
to see that. Right, Kurunda, if you'd like to plop yourself down in the game's playing chair, connect the joystick of your choice, and we'll get ready to play.
He does look like a Vegas bootleg Elton John
guiding me
Cartman.
through the chilly waste tonight
I
is
cannot get
GamesMaster's
over
very
his
own
70s
Stephen
ass
Carsey.
outfit.
Welcome, Steve.
Hello, Dominic.
Now, Steve,
Welcome,
any
Steve.
tips you can give Kurunda here?
Well, as with so many GamesMaster challenges, it's all about
Yeah, kids
speed.
moved
He's
on to
got
making
keep going,
hitboxes.
avoid all the obstacles,
about
and keep
leverless.
a constant supply of snowballs coming out.
So, Kurunda has 2 minutes to get to the end of the level and defeat the Yeti. Kurunda, are you ready?
Yes.
Then
Can he
off
defeat
you
the
go.
Yeti? In Fire and Ice.
Okay, off goes Kulwinder and the guys of Cool Coyote. He's firing snowballs at these things, Steve.
That's right.
Mainly, I like this show as documentation that people actually did play these games
He's very cagey. He's waiting for a spout to come out
competitively
on
at
his
that.
rail. There you can see it there.
So I'm really glad to have that as a US gamer. We didn't get to see much of that over here.
Let's see some. Thank you so much for the raid.
Everyone raiding in for GamesMaster.
I know.
He's gone back
Thank you for raiding us. Hope you're streaming it well. It's a show from the 90s where people competed in Amiga games. Sometimes billiards games, sometimes platformers.
He's hardly even started, Steve.
I don't know what to say. No, I'm completely lost for words, Dominic.
Apart from retire. And he's done it. Oh no, he hasn't done it yet. Oh no. Oh, cool window. My heart bleeds for you.
Can you believe it?
Right, a very nasty.
This game looks like it's a pain in the ass to play.
Penguins here. He's got to get through all of them. He's got to hurry. He's only got 50
All Amiga games? Do they take place in a snow world with penguins? This is James Pond to me.
It is a little James Pond.
Okay, he's only got 41 seconds left. He's still going to get a lot further. Oh no, here he goes. He's going to make it. Yes, he's made it through this bit. Now, what's this, Steve?
This is a nice ladder, and he has to be very quick here because ultimately it does melt.
And Kulwinder's having
Here he
a
goes.
slippy time of it.
There he is. Right, and here we will see a nice bridge forming across that chasm.
Okay, he's only got
That
20
is a nice
seconds
bridge.
left. There's all kinds of balls flowing all over here, Steve.
Yeah, it's all
I
over
don't
the
know
place.
what's happening here.
Kinds of
I just
balls.
thought
Here we go.
There's a lot of balls.
He's only got 16
There's a bit of the
seconds
key.
left.
Another bit of the
This
key.
is 92.
Bits of the key he's got.
But he's still got a lot to do.
Does Dominik Diamond stream on Twitch? Holy shit. We gotta rate him sometime.
Yes.
Kulwinder's challenge is over.
All kinds of balls. He was quite delighted when he said that.
Bad luck, Kulwinder. Now, Kulwinder, you were desperately unlucky with that, but you didn't actually get as far as we'd hoped.
No, it's a very hard level. It's one of the secret levels, and also you need 2 warps to get there. Another thing, that wasn't my best joystick. It was my reserve joystick. So, taking all that into account, I've still done pretty good.
Well, Kulwinder,
Wow.
unfortunately...
Excuses, excuses.
Joystick. It's a different joystick.
And it was a secret level. I didn't expect to play a secret
I have to actually
level.
defer to him to see what's going to happen to you.
You guys are kind of fucked up for doing that to me.
I'm sorry, but that simply wasn't good enough. It's a banishment to the pit, I'm afraid.
To the pit! The pit! Pit!
Oh, dear,
Pit!
Kulwinder.
Pit! 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 In the pit with him! In the pit! Throw that gamer into the pit!
What the fuck?
Let that be a lesson to the rest of
We
you.
mourn the sad end of
Danny!
Kulwinder Rai, joystick maker. Let's console
When you
ourselves
were a
with
kid, you
tonight's
genuinely thought these
reviews.
people were being killed. That's cool. Thank you, Sheriff Graham. 34 months.
We should do that to people on Twitch, yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
Sheriff, thank you
we
so much for the sub.
I need to send
This
them to
week
the
we throw
pit.
the markers of Queensbury rules
To
out
the
of the
pit.
window as we look at beat-em-ups. First up on the NES, free your hometown from the clutches of some odious bloke or other in Street
Yeah,
Gangs.
River City Ransom was called Street Gangs over there. Look
the
at that here.
graphics are pretty poor. The little men are sort of short, squat creatures that sort of maraud about.
I'd rather sit in a vat of horse manure than play this game. Give the 2 worst enemies a birthday present.
With games such as Star Wars and Mega Man 3 on the NES, this really is no competition against them. So
Yeah,
in
River
my
City Ransom
opinion, they will
sucks.
clear.
It sucks!
32%? Thank you for the 100
Next
bits,
up on the
Cartman.
Mega
It's the
Drive, go
fatality
head-to-head
pit,
with
but
the iron
fucking...
pumping yobbles
Way
of
worse than
tomorrow
Top
in
Banana.
Fighting
Anyway,
Masters.
here's a good game, Fighting
It's
Masters.
worse than Top
Fighting
Banana.
Masters is really a poor man's Street Fighter 2, to be honest.
What do I
Basically,
even
it's more
fucking
just
say?
smash the buttons and direct
32%.
The graphics are
Dog
good, the
shit
sound's
game.
good, but there's nothing really to make it.
That mullet
gel
is so
together.
Hang on to your
majestic.
money that a little bit longer.
He
and
does
buy
look like that
Streets
kid
of
from
Rage 2.
Salute Your Shorts. It's killing me.
It's no escape from Camp Deadly. It's no Top Banana.
Well, which is with Top Banana.
Fighting Master is also
Finally,
way
they're
better
lean, green,
than
and
River City
hyped to the
Ransom.
extreme on your Super NES screen. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time.
These guys are tragically unhit. I mean, they're all rather pathetic these days, but... the
You
Turtle
think you're
game
better
stuff
than
is
the
actually
Turtles?
Not too bad.
You want to have a go, mate?
Danny's gonna beat that mullet man up.
Very easy.
Nunchucks ain't illegal over here, buddy.
I'm surprised they don't make nunchucks with knife on it for Paxton. It's like a Bowie
Now for
knife.
this week's feature, all
good
games
idea.
begin as the merest of glints in the eye of programmers. This week we look at System 3's Putty from conception to completion with programming messiah Phil Thornton.
That's Putty.
I went to India for an extended holiday in order to design a new type of game. I wanted the game to be fluid, rather than the usual old concept of a character with legs that runs and walks and jumps. I came up with the idea of Silly Putty. Basically, I
This is the guy who came up with the idea of Putty.
To start
the game with the pliability
I sketched
meter.
Silly Putty in a A2 pad. Started him off as a sphere, put the eyes on him. Then
presto, it's
did some
Kirby.
movements for him on paper.
Putty.
Every single nasty begins life as a similarly humorous yet two-dimensional drawing. Step 2 involves bringing them all to life.
This game is incomprehensible. You have to absorb the babies and put them into a rocket.
Animated. You make up some sprite files. You make up some backgrounds to test.
Whoa, actual tools.
Step 3 involves piecing the levels together block by scrupulous block. The nasties are placed in strategic positions.
Look at their level design
tested
maker.
to make sure Phil hasn't been too over-ambitious. Step 4, the sound.
We bring in a
Yeah,
musician,
sounds great.
obviously composes
The
a wacky
most
theme
ominous
tune,
shot,
and we
man.
actually generate sampled effects for all of the characters.
The nasties.
Too bad. Just missed him.
Step 5,
really
game
proud of the
graphics are
sound.
pilfered for box illustrations and the game is up and kicking. So, how long does it take a grown man with facial hair to make one game?
Silly Putty took about 16
They were going to
months
call it
of
Silly
hard work
Putty,
for a team of
but they
7
couldn't
people.
because that's already a thing.
If you want to caress the final product, Putty is available in the shops today.
Who wants to caress Putty?
Alternatively, Putty is just one of hundreds of brand new games you'll be able to try out if you come to GamesMaster Live, a 3-day exhibition at the Birmingham NEC on December 4th, 5th and 6th. You'll also be able to blast your mates on Quasar, the laser shoot-'em-up. Get a life for yourself like this young gentleman in virtual reality.
Dactyl
Test
Nightmare.
all the latest arcade games and take on the GamesMaster himself at all the challenges you've seen on TV. For a very special day out, call the NEC box office on 021 780 4188.
We have to go back in time and do
The
this.
GamesMaster
We have to cover this in
Club
the
did
future.
our special discounts
We all
for
want to blast our
members.
mains.
Well, the diver got quite wet with those ones. Now it's time for everyone to pucker up for tonight's second challenge. So it's over to GamesMaster.
Time to suck and fuck for our next challenge.
As I introduce my next offering, as it reminds me of my days in the Force many moons ago. The game is actually used to train pilots.
What?
And involves landing a helicopter on a moving ship. A percentage is then awarded based on the speed, accuracy, and smoothness of your descent. Pip pip, tally-ho, trucks away.
Okay.
Now, our two airborne experts
He
had a
just
bit
sounded
of
like
practice on
me
the
making
rig's
fun of
own
a British
helicopter
person. You
earlier
can't
on,
say that.
And now they're raring to go.
I guess he can't say
We have
that.
a young lad from King's Lynn taking on
Pip,
a
pip,
professional
cheerio.
pilot who just happens to be the most capped player and leading try scorer in English rugby history. So
I
please
do miss
welcome
them
Matthew
sitting in the
Frary
pews
and
together.
Rory
That was-
Underwood.
I like how fast it was.
Famous rugby players.
Can you bring back more blast?
Well, one of them's a rugby player.
Oh, you don't think the kid
Rory,
isn't a
you're
rugby
more used to
player?
flying
Maybe
jets
he
for
I
is.
want to see that
Force
kid
rather
get
than
absolutely
helicopters for the
annihilated on the
Navy.
field.
How are you going to find this tonight?
Different, but I've had a few goes on it, and hopefully I should be able to master it.
Okay, well, you scored many points for England, but you only get one try tonight. Okay, Matthew, you're a bit of a whiz at these games. How do you fancy your chances?
Yeah, I think I can beat it pretty easily.
Okay, then. Right, I would like you, Matthew, since you're the most confident one, to go first. Rory, if you'd like to
believe
just
in this
hang
kid.
around behind Matthew there. And,
Yeah, I can
you
easily
learn
beat
one or
this
two
jerk
things
off.
from him.
Look at that chair.
Hey, Bobbinator, we're
Holding me
mastering.
amidships for this challenge is Vivian Nodge from GameZone. Welcome, Vivian.
Hi, Dominic.
Okay, now this is quite a tough simulation, Vivian. Do you have any tips for our challengers?
Apparently, the way to go about this one is to come in low, follow the wake of the ship, and put her down gently.
What I do?
Okay, let's hope we can all learn a thing or two from that. Matthew, are you
Another
ready?
really interesting challenge here on a helicopter sim. I've never seen these played competitively, so I gotta hand it to him in terms of variety. Video Power was just like, okay, you kids, play some platformers.
All right, our Nick Arcade was like, get this many points.
Okay, he's pulling up a bit. He's
Play
losing
Ernest
speed. Oh,
Evans.
no, he's got his speed back up now. There's other helicopters dotted about. They're
I'm doing
gonna
accidental
get
dick jokes
here.
now? Jeez.
That's it.
It's rubbing
See,
off
I
on
think
me.
that's it, Matthew.
But
Oh, wait,
damn
there's
it!
no cross in the-
Right,
Danny!
the idea is to put the cross within the diamond, and that means you're on course for a good landing. He seems a bit out at the moment.
Okay, he's
Getting
nearly
there.
He's oh, yes, he got it in there. He's nearly there. He's just got to guide it in there.
Are the
He's gotta
bonk
guide it
sounds
in.
being duplicated?
Oh, and he's landed. And Matthew's a score of 61%.
Maybe I'm being double bonked.
No, you've been bonked a few times.
If you'd like to see if proper pilot Rory Underwood can beat Matthew's mammoth score of 61%, join us after the break.
Gotta see. Bonk sounded fine? Okay, good. Thank you. Who would win in a helicopter landing contest? Some kid or a rugby player?
Yeah, why are you making the rugby player land a helicopter?
An amazing descent and launch from young Matthew Frary on an official Navy helicopter flight simulation. We've got Rory Underwood about to take his try. Rory, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then off you go.
He got that virtual on twin stick.
And right away, he's in a nice little flight path there.
He is. It's dead on course.
Anyone play this? Is this a real game? Did they make this? Oh, the rugby player's a pilot. Well, hell.
Oh, this is looking very smooth.
Very.
All right, that's some.
Oh, he's been very safe with this. Okay, here we have the little
some
cross in the
cred.
diamond. This is looking good. This is looking very smooth.
Yeah, they just blast off an air horn every so often.
Masterful display. Oh, and he's landed. Oh no, Rory Underwood 56%. So young Matthew Perry has just picked him to be tonight's winner.
Wow, congrats to young Matthew Perry.
Okay,
Here's to a bright
cool.
career ahead of you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, okay, let's quieten it down, thank you. Now, Rory, your flight path looked beautiful there. You were coming in great, and then just what happened at the end there?
I basically rushed it. I just got the descent
Yeah, send
going
the
on too
rugby
fast
guy
and
to the
it
pit.
Called me up a heavy landing, so you lose 30%.
I want to see him thrown into the pit.
Right, and they frown upon that in the
pit
Navy.
hungers.
In the undercarriage.
Yeah, it's a bit expensive. You're going to crash the undercarriage all the time, yeah.
Okay, well, listen, Matthew, was it a problem for you at all?
No, not really. No.
Well, Matthew, as the winner tonight, you have won the greatest prize Channel 4 has to offer, the Golden GamesMaster joystick.
I do love the flames.
Yeah. This sure is GamesMaster.
So let's have another round of applause for Matthew Frary and our special guest, Rory Underwood.
Oh, you're not going to put the special guest to death? The pit, though.
What are the pit hungers?
What of the pit?
The pit hungers for rugby.
GamesMaster to answer your pitiful cries for help in the consultation zone.
Yeah, I'm pitiful. I suck ass. That's why I'm watching GamesMaster.
Consultation.
Welcome to my consultation area, up here on the helipad. How can I help you?
Every time I reach the last boss, Dracula, on Castlevania 4, I always die. Is there any way of improving my chances?
There is indeed.
I think I know what this tip's going to be.
There's a secret supply of power-ups just before Dracula's inner sanctum. These will replenish your energy and increase your whip strength. Make a leap of faith into the space beneath the staircase.
You must have faith.
Keep walking left, and you will drop to another platform where a cascade of essential power-ups awaits.
Cool.
They give you everything. Triple shot boomerang,
Then
pork chops if you
return
need them.
via the invisible staircase, pressing up and right on the joypad, and leap back to safety.
Jumping back is
Thank
the hard
you.
part.
That's great.
Seems hard.
It is rather, isn't it? Next, please.
I've heard there's a warp on level 1-3 on Psycho Fox. Where is it?
He's
Where is
demanding.
it,
No
please,
hello
would perhaps
GamesMaster
be in
from him.
order?
I got a problem with Psycho Fox, all right?
At the end of the level,
First of all, I'm
jump
playing
on the
Psycho
screen.
Fox. Kids would have questions about Master System games. It was
When you
actually
reach the highest
popular over
one,
there.
Release the crow, which will make a hole in the background. Do this 3 times, and a
Psycho
warp
Fox,
door
not Taco
will open up.
Box. I wish that was a game. Anyone know about this in
Leap
Psycho
into the
Fox?
gap,
I didn't know about
walk
this.
as far as the
Anyone
first
play
spot,
Psycho Fox?
Jump on it, pull down, and you'll be walked to World 4. I think we have one more before closing up shop.
On
Yeah, the
level
Kid Cool
12
Decap Attack game.
Pleasure on the Game Boy, how do I get past the mirror image of myself?
This doesn't reflect well on your game-playing ability.
Oh.
Approach your mirror image, and as soon as you draw your sword, resheath it and walk on. Simple.
Misty,
window.
you've played Psycho Fox? That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
That is an Ultimate
Thanks.
Gamer game.
It is a real gamer
That
game.
revelation brings tonight's consultation to a close. See you anon.
So, some juicy tidbits from everyone's favourite tipster. Now for tonight's final challenge.
What's
we're
your favorite
carry on
tipster?
the theme from last week and make it a curly
Mine's
challenge.
Deep Throat.
Last week, Danny Curley, Sega European
I gotta
champion,
say, Deep Throat's
declared
pretty
himself
popular.
open to any challenges from anyone in the audience on any Sega game. He excelled on Sonic last week, but how will he do this week? Let's find out and welcome the great man himself, Danny Curley.
Danny, let's go!
All right, Danny.
Everybody root for Danny.
Oh, they don't even have chairs. They have to stand.
Now, Danny, last week you excelled on Sonic, but you've got no idea what the game is this week. Does that make you nervous at all?
Oh, well, obviously, yeah, I'm a bit curious what the game is, but it could be hit or miss.
Okay, beautifully put, Danny. Okay, so let's find out who tonight's
You're gonna have to
challenger
rip that
is.
soundbite.
Anybody who
no
fancies
chairs
the
in the UK,
chances
that
on
makes
any
sense.
Sega game
Beautifully
against
put, Danny.
please stick your arm up in the air. Okay, let's have a look up here. Okay, there's a gentleman there. Would you like to come on down, please? Round of applause for tonight's challenger.
Just some kid, okay?
Welcome to the show. Okay, thank you. So, what's your name?
Warren.
Warren, and
What's
where are you
going
from,
on with
Warren?
this? Why is he wearing Raiders
so you've seen
stuff?
Curly in action before. How do you fancy your chances against him?
What
do you know about
Okay,
football?
what's the challenge tonight?
It's one period on Mario Lemieux hockey.
One period on Mario Lemieux hockey. How do you fancy that one, Curly?
I love his Raiders look. Oh my god.
Was that a thing over there back then?
I mean, Raiders Nation was
down in the game's playing
worldwide,
chair. We'll get ready to start.
Yeah, change the bonk to beautifully put, Danny.
And joining me in the sin bin tonight is Sega Pro's very own Dave Bad Boy Perry. Now, Dave, I know you've been known to slap a puck about for real. Now, how do these games compare to the real thing?
Well, obviously, they're not as fast or as violent as the real thing. And if Danny hasn't played this game very much, then I think he might just get caught out tonight.
Okay, let's
So
find
Dave
out.
Perry,
Two
at the time,
competitors
worked
ready.
in several game magazines
Then
and
off
was
you
known
go.
as being an expert
I
game
think
player.
Danny is playing
And
from
nowadays, he runs a
left to
tattoo
right in
parlor.
the red
Okay,
and
good.
blue.
Here we go, straight in with the face. So this is difficult. When the green light lights up, that's when you can get hold of the puck.
Okay, so Warren's making the first attack in the air, but it's
We're all rooting for red team, which is Danny's
incredibly
team.
hard to beat.
He's making a counter attack. He's taking out the side, flicked around and goes early. Oh yes, Danny Curley.
Hey, fuck boy Perry.
First blood to Danny Curley.
What a beautiful goal.
That's interesting because
He's gonna give me a tattoo of Psycho Fox.
Well, he was, yeah, eating my words a little bit now.
Oh, here comes Warren. He's got strength in numbers up the side. Oh,
We'll get matching Vic Tokai tattoos.
Yes, yes, okay.
Oh, the ball's out there. It's a
Can
rebound.
I get a tattoo of the columns?
Stop and smack him.
Yeah.
There we go.
I saw someone.
Okay, they're about 12.
Skyline.
For a rebound, but the goalie gets it.
Blue sky. He made a little charm.
I saw that. I want that.
I wanted to so bad. I love Collins 3 guy.
Oh, we got a fight here, Dave. What's going to happen here?
And no, it's not the same Dave Perry as the guy who worked for Virgin. It's a different Dave Perry.
Yeah, not the Earthworm Jim, Dave Perry. Anyone play this one, Mario Lemieux hockey? Do they play much hockey over there? How does this guy know about the Raiders? I have so many questions.
These face-offs are very
They
tricky to
played,
get hold of.
they know a bit about
Hands have
NHL.
gone.
They see some.
I mean, maybe Warren should vary his shots. You've got two shots. A straight A is a low shot. Double tap the A button and you get a high shot.
It's not great. Yeah, I never hear much about it, so probably not a classic.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see a UK kid in the Raiders Nation.
Playing a hockey game.
Probably why they don't like him. Okay, and now they're ready to come again. Tries a long shot, but it's comfortably saved by Danny's keeper. He's going to get it. It's gone back. Oh, Warren's picked it up and keeps rolling. Fight shot. Oh, no, the time.
Danny's defense is impregnable. Oh, too late.
Just ran out of time.
Danny actually slotted it into the
I think you should have given that point to Danny.
Just run out
of time.
Well, Channel 4 rebroadcast the NFL American football. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So he would know about the Raiders.
Warren, commiserations there.
That's the end of the game. Hey,
You got an
BBH.
honourable draw, which is better than anyone else did. So talk us through how do you think you failed to get that elusive victory?
I managed to get one back, but just couldn't get it past their goalie, so...
Okay, now Danny, still undefeated. Is there anyone out there who can do
Danny,
this?
still undefeated.
Well, Warren nearly did. It was a close match, and he deserves credit for it.
Okay, well, we'll find out if anyone can next week. Meanwhile, round of applause for our challenger, Warren Brazier, and the undefeated champion, Danny Curley!
Yeah, Danny.
I still can't get over how much they hated the
That's it for another show.
I
Be sure to join
know.
us next week when Take That will be here.
We're going to mistake that.
We're going to miss Robbie Williams.
Thermidor with rice pilaf. So I'm off for a nibble, and I'll see you next week. Good night.
I'll have to have a nibble with Take That and Robbie Williams. My scuba man will escort me off stage. There you go, Season 2 of GamesMaster. Still pretty much the same, despite the change in venue. I like the cathedral more than the oil rig, I gotta say.
Same.
Still, we got to see Dave Perry for the first time, a consultant who would be on the show through almost the end. So we're starting to see what the show is really all about.
Brought to you by
People
Texaco?
involved. Yeah, brought to you by Texaco.
Texaco? Like the oil people? So are they
Okay, as this next one
rig?
starts, I want you to hit pause.
Okay.
So for Season 3, or rather Series 3 in the UK, Dominik Diamond didn't return.
No.
He apparently had some slight problems with the show's direction. Apparently they were going to focus more on a product promotion of some kind. Looking at it now, it's very subtle, and you wouldn't turn this kind of thing down nowadays, and I don't know why he made such a big deal about it. It's barely even part of the show, but apparently he felt so strongly about it, the cross-promotion with this one company, that he left the show for one entire series.
Yeah.
So for this one sample episode that we're going to see, Series 3, Episode 1, we get to see the replacement host, and he's going to introduce himself.
In darkness they came.
See if you can spot the subtle product promotion.
Their mission, to become games playing legends and to crack the challenge of...
It morphs into the air.
Hey, Danny?
Yeah?
Did they take money from McDonald's?
I don't know. It's not really clear.
It's hard to tell.
No one really knows. There's no record of that. And this one takes place in a prison?
McDonald's prison?
Yeah, in the McDonald's kid prison.
Prison? For kids?
Welcome to prison, kids.
Oh, it is a prison! Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah, they put all the kids in prison. And here's our new host.
Who is this guy?
Hello and welcome to the all-new thumb-numbing, joystick-thrashing GamesMaster. Sadly, this poor chap burned himself out on level 2. But you'll be pleased to see that Auntie Marisha survived intact. There, dear.
They killed him. They killed Dominik Diamond.
So now, we've
But
moved
Auntie
up
is
a
still
level.
here.
The GamesMasters Academy, level 3.
Yeah, the
where only the
losers
best
get thrown
players
into
get to win. No more of this walk in, sit down,
You turn
play some
into big
silly
maps.
challenge and then go in with a joystick. No. Now I'm in charge.
Yeah, you gotta
so
deal
I've
with the
changed
new
all
twink
rules.
this time.
What I've done is, I pulled the whole lot together and made each show into one, a mega-mongous challenge. Sound good? You ain't seen nothing yet. Let's go over to the old GamesMaster and see what he's got for us on tonight's curriculum. GamesMaster!
By all accounts, this new guy, Dexter Fletcher, was universally reviled.
I don't blame him. He's
Not a
little.
single
Since
fan
I
of
acquired
Dexter
my pussy,
exists.
Roger.
Like a cat.
I mean to start, as I intend to go on, with a
As a cat
very
now.
special edition of the show. The game is Mortal Kombat, the most eagerly awaited game of the year. 3 rounds of head-to-head beat-em-up action, with special moves aplenty and a few gruesome twists to look out for.
So there's good stuff in this episode, but we're not going to see the whole thing just because I can't stand Dexter. I can't see a full episode with him. I can't do it.
Can't stand Dexter.
Yes,
Dexter.
Mortal Kombat is going to feature largely and exclusively on tonight's
cannot.
show. It's the first of many specials we'll be running throughout the series.
You want this
as
twink
tonight is our first show,
obliterated.
I want to obliterate the shit out of this twink.
yeah, for the first challenge. Who fancies their chances of
No way, he did not direct Rocket Man. No fucking way. No, he's not a director now. He's a...
Yep. Better director than actor. I cannot stand
What the
it.
fuck?
I can't get
What?
through Series
Okay,
3.
I'm getting multiple confirmation that
It's true, he was an actor and kind of a poor fit for the show. Definitely a poor follow-up for Dominik Diamond. Everyone loved
Thank you
Dominik,
very much. Nice warm welcome for you there. Right.
but they would rather
Well,
have that
sorry to
McDonald's
announce, but
money.
Only one of you is going to win the GamesMasters a golden joystick. So, right, let's tell us your names first.
My name's Chris.
Chris.
Paul.
Paul.
Martin.
Martin.
he was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking
Okay,
Barrels.
so, do you like Mortal Kombat?
I don't know anything
I
about
did martial art
anybody.
myself, actually, my brother here.
Oh, you two
Hey, I was in that too.
Participate in Taekwondo.
Oh, what, so
Yeah.
you're into violence, are you?
Yeah, love it, mate.
Yeah, you were one of
Good
your
answer.
Lock.
Right, have you played Mortal Kombat before?
I was one of the two
you
smoking
good at
barrels.
it?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay, then, and you any good at it?
Yeah, I'm wicked at it.
Yeah, you enjoy
I'm
it?
wicked at it.
Good man. You keyed up for tonight?
Yep.
Okay, good
He
stuff.
seems like he should be in an
You four
American
are the
show,
first
you know
four to
what I
take on the GamesMaster Challenge my way. So what I'm going
I
to do
do see
is
that.
split
He
you into
seems
two
much
groups. Like,
more
you two brothers are going to play
American,
together,
much more like,
and you two are going to play together.
Yo,
right,
let's
we've got
play
two versions
some
of it featuring
video power,
exclusively on tonight's program.
He is
We've got
much
the
more
SNES
like Johnny
version
Arcade.
and
He's
the Mega
very
Drive
Johnny
version.
Arcade to
You're
me.
going to be playing on the SNES first, but to find out which one of you is going to go first and who's going to have the first choice of
Are they gonna
characters,
win Juicy
tell me which hand the
Baymax?
coin's in. Oh, it had to be really, didn't it? That's
Sorry,
my
I don't know
microphone
why
there.
I'm
All right,
craving
then we'll give you
burger.
that.
This kid's gonna
Okay,
trip and
right,
a
so
smash
you two go
McDouble is
first,
gonna
so
fall out
you
of his
sit down
pocket.
there on the seats. You two can watch what you're going to be up against on this monitor here. And I'm going over
Yeah, the
it.
influence of Burger has
Joining
Americanized
me in the
this.
commentary box tonight is Tim Boone of NMS Magazine. How you doing?
Not bad, Dex. How
All
are
right,
you? Good,
Mortal
good.
Kombat. What a game, mate.
What a game, yeah. This is converted actually from the coin op. You get to choose between 7 warriors, and then you just beat the hell out of each other over 3 rounds.
Right, okay, so the lads have obviously chosen their characters. It's the best of 3 rounds. Let's find out if
typically
they're
do that
ready.
in a fighting
Are
game,
you
Dexter.
ready, you battling maniacs?
Away we
Okay,
go.
start battling
I
away.
can't believe this
And they're
is
fighting in the
insane.
courtyard at the moment.
I can't believe he directed the Elton John thing, but I guess that makes sense.
Kano, and over on the left is Scorpion. Straight away, Scorpion.
This would be the
Okay.
this would be the SNES version, notably without the blood.
I noticed that.
This is very good stuff.
Yeah, kind of a bad port from what people have told me. Yeah, we're all battling maniacs here, especially the Battletoads. They're the battle maniacs. Mortal Kombat, as far as I know, was huge in the UK, just like America. And the home ports were like super anticipated when they were being developed.
We've yet to see any special moves from Kano.
Does he know Kano's special moves?
Scorpion again. At the moment,
Does he know anything?
That's how I play.
Oh yeah, and they do call them beat 'em ups over there, confusingly. He tried to do the fatality. Did you notice?
Yeah. I kind of want to see that gore special.
We'll have to watch that off stream.
Yeah, we'll watch that on our own.
It's the best of 3 rounds.
We'll have to invent an 18+ Discord just for that
Start
one.
your challenge, press your buttons, let's get going.
And then delete it.
Here they are.
Okay, over on the right we have Sub-Zero, and that's Akbar, I believe. Right, that's Akbar, yeah. Over on the left is Raiden. That's Martin. Indeed. Good and
That's
the
Martin.
guys just sizing each other up, right? In their time. They're not coming into each other. But straight up, good nice attack there from Sub-Zero. Good, made full use of it. And again. And again.
The classic Sub-Zero strat.
Deadly Dex.
Come on, Raiden.
Yeah,
You've got to pull it back now. You're halfway down.
Oh, great torpedo move. One thing you need to know about this game. Dex, one thing you need to know about this game is special moves aren't everything. Right. They're not everything.
Kinda,
They're
yeah.
really good at the
They
general
both,
stuff as well.
neither of them really know what they're doing.
And blocking as well. Absolutely. Blocking is very crucial. But at the moment, the guys are trying to get their special moves going. But that torpedo could be
Yeah, Sub-Zero top tier, easily.
Let's get on with the second round. Good stuff. As we can see, Sub-Zero's got that terrible ice blow that's making all the difference here.
A terrible ice blow. Tragic, really.
Yeah, Raiden, stay in the air to avoid his ice. There you go, spam it, baby.
Yeah, if you know one move, keep doing it.
There you go, stay in the air.
Sub-Zero found the block button.
Dead.
Now he's coming in with the jump kicks. This is like watching Scrubs develop strats in real time.
Alright, round 3. Who you got here?
I got Martin. I think Raiden's gonna take it. He just downloaded this kid's shit. Oh no, he's blocking now. And that torpedo move doesn't do much damage.
Trying to ice him.
He could take it. Oh no, never mind. He tried 3 times in a row to pull the ice move and failed. These kids suck.
Oh, just barely though.
They're both losers. Hey, don't get too excited, kid. You're still in prison. Is this really the first fighting game tournament? Broadcast at that? They're 12. I could take them. I could take a million 12-year-olds. Bring them on.
Martin didn't go too well, did it?
No, just
So is the games room a place to go?
I was going to ask that. What is the games room in this
Chad,
contest?
do you know what the games room is? Or
Destroyed her, right? He's a loser, man.
Ah, what?
talk shit. Talk your shit.
So, Akbar, you're pleased with your performance?
Yeah, I'm pleased, alright. I'm
happy.
You are good stuff.
This kid is a dick. I love him. He's got to do FGC now, like, you know.
It's your little brother, isn't he? Yeah, my little brother.
Talking mad shit.
I love that, though.
That's right, mate, yeah.
Go off, King.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just betting him.
Okay, we're going to have Akbar and Chris are going to come back for our final, where one of them is going to win the fabulous GamesMaster Golden Joystick.
Mod, send this guy to the pit. I want that guy banned from this arcade. This prison.
Dexter, go back to directing tepid music biopics.
Find out what games are packing a punch and hitting the streets in the reviews.
Now, there is a segment of this episode I wanted to get through the entire time, but I've instructed Alex to turn off the episode at some moment. Because the last part of this episode is just more Dexter.
How does it rate up against the other big autumn release, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition? Mortal Kombat's first up before the panel.
The graphics and the sound in the game are very much like the arcade version. If you did like the arcade, then you'd certainly be at home with this game.
The problem is that there just simply aren't enough decent moves, and
still majestic.
The big thing for me is it doesn't feel like you're connecting with somebody when you hit.
Graphically, both the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo versions are great, but the Mega Drive's got the gore and the Super NES version hasn't. And as that was the main selling point of the coin-op, it makes the Super NES version rather redundant.
He's right. Skeleton.
Street Fighter Turbo's bigger, faster, and more colourful than its predecessor, with new special moves and 12 fighting characters to choose from. But does all that make it a better buy? Let's ask the judges.
Hooray, Street Fighter Turbo at last, so I'm so excited. Well, you can be the bosses, there's more moves, and there's more to do. But it's an extra 65 quid, and I don't think you can warrant that.
It's certainly arcade perfect. All the moves are in there, and all the individual characteristics, and the new moves in the new version of the arcade.
It's very distracting. They frame it very interestingly, too. Like it's its own character.
The characters look tougher than what they did in the first game. The sound has been improved greatly. Each character now has lots more speech.
Yoga.
And just basically, this is the best game of the year.
Yeah, a little bit better than Mortal Kombat.
A little bit.
Just barely. Here's the shit we're gonna see.
3 million copies of the Mortal Kombat game hit the streets on Monday, hot on the heels of a £500,000 ad campaign.
There's your answer as to whether it was popular in the UK.
Characters are real people digitised into the game to make your beat 'em up look even better. So, are they just acting the part? Forget it.
My name is Liu Kang. If you want to get to the top, you gotta get through me.
This is my game.
I'm Johnny Cage.
Yeah!
No contest.
Ha! I'm Sonya Blade. If you hesitate, I'll take you down.
Johnny Cage has switched to Bloodstorm.
My name is Daniel Pacina. I played Johnny Cage,
my man!
Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and also the bonus character Reptile. I have a black belt in Judo. Also, I have Black Sash in Kung Fu, 7-Star Praying Mantis, and also
I got the actual guys!
in Wushu.
My name is Ho-Sung Pak. I am an actor in real life. I play a character named Liu Kang, and Liu Kang is a Shaolin monk, and his sole purpose is to defeat Shang Tsung, which, ironically, the character I also played, Shang Tsung.
Shook everyone's hands at PRG, that's cool.
And I'm filming right now in Hong Kong with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, a lot of these guys still around and still making tours around to the retro game conventions.
A female martial artist on the last minute, and because
she's still doing it too, I think.
I was able to pick up certain elements very quickly.
What happens is we take each character individually and we videotape them. And we take the videotape, cut out the character, feed it into a computer. And that way, when you play in Mortal Kombat, you really are the character and you really are doing the moves.
And remember, Mortal Kombat is totally true to life. Or is that death?
All that's fresh and funky there for you in the reviews. Our celebrities have just arrived, so let's go over to the GamesMaster to find out what their challenge is.
Well, as it's a Mortal Kombat special, what better ways than to have two of the real stars playing themselves on the game, just as you saw in my little featurette. I'm really looking forward to this. Pleasure.
Me too.
Yes, and the very special guests that we have playing themselves tonight on the Mortal Kombat is none other
He
than
fucking
Sonya
sucks.
and
I can't
Joy
stand
Kane.
him.
Please give him a big
Plus, they shoot him from below? Like, he's towering above me? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Get out of my face, asshole. Sorry, that's really confrontational for me, but I feel very strongly about this.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Okay, now, game, but can you play it?
Sure. Absolutely.
You can, yeah? You enjoy good Mortal Kombat?
This is a really fun idea for a show, having the actual actors play their characters.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are the actual actors. They brought them over to the UK to play their game.
Battling out on Mortal Kombat. Stay with us until after the break.
Looks like he's about to bust out laughing.
Damn, that was a serious kick he just did. Those guys were real... They were training for that shit. They could do the actual kicks and the moves.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Johnny Cage could actually do the groin punch.
With us, we have Sonia and Johnny Cage battling out as themselves on Mortal Kombat. With me is Tim Boone in the commentary box.
Hi, Dex.
Hi, Tim, all right? So these guys are going to be playing on the Mega Drive version. How does that differ from the SNES?
Right, well, for my money, the Super Nintendo version's actually got slightly better gameplay, but the Mega Drive version's got all the death moves and all the blood. Here they are, Sonia, Johnny Cage in the flesh.
Okay, it's the best of 3 rounds.
Who agrees with that? Does the Super Nintendo version have the better gameplay?
Let's go.
Okay, in the courtyard there.
I've literally never heard that opinion.
Top of the screen, what counts?
Watch out for Johnny.
Watch out for the red at the top. Now these guys.
Yeah, for one thing, the input lag.
Great special move from Sonia. That was a flip kick there. And he's doing it again. Oh, brilliant play.
Kick his ass.
He's just taking an energy wave as well. He's got a great throw.
What was that weird throw? Oh, man.
What a display we're being given by these experts.
Oh, come on, Johnny. Johnny gets grabbed, that's it.
Way to go, Sonia. That was a good round. Kisses to the crowd. Consummate performers. He took her off guard. You see that?
She was too busy, like, aiming for the crowd. Oh, shit. Get his ass.
Yeah, Johnny being kind of a scrub here with the jump kicks. My money's on Sonya, too. I'm all in. He cannot counter that throw. She's going to do it again. Oh, man. Do the death move. Oh, they had to cut.
Yeah, they had to edit it in.
Very, very slight and subtle edit there. He didn't even learn one special move.
Delightful. Danny, that was kind of great. I really like that.
Yeah. This episode's good despite the Dexter.
Don't worry about it. Sonia, are you pleased with your victory?
Yes. That's what he gets for being so cocky.
Absolutely. You won.
You go, girl.
No.
No, neither was I. Absolutely. It was a fantastic victory, almost flawless. Sonia, this means that you're our first celebrity to win the GamesMaster's Golden Joystick!
Oh, shit. Good job, Sonia. Okay,
History has been made.
How are they dressing? They're dressed like a... What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a sexy, is this the gay...
We're in the gay gamer prison, yeah.
I guess. The gay gamer prison.
Well, it's time for a few mere mortals to show their ignorance and plead for knowledge from the GamesMaster in the Consultation Zone.
And this is where I told Alex to just cut the episode and move on, because it's just more Dexter, just redundant after that point. To use a word that they've used in several episodes already. This game's so redundant.
Next episode?
So let's move on to Season 4. This one is episode 15, at the recommendation of Tepid Snake.
This is a one-way journey.
We'll see a few minutes of this one and then skip to a later portion. Still brought to you by McDonald's. Now we're on the train to, where does this one take place? Is this one hell?
I
think this one is hell. Yeah, one of the seasons did take place in hell. This is it. Yeah, how did McDonald's feel about that? Sponsoring a series where they take a bunch of kids to hell. So we have Cathedral, Oil Rig, Prison, and then Hell. This is what gamers deserve.
Welcome to GamesMaster, the show that flushes away those stubborn toilet stains and leaves your bowl smelling clean and full of fun.
Oh, we've moved on to poop jokes.
Under the rim. Passing through the nation's water, we have our first challenge, so it's over to GamesMaster.
Good to see you, Dominic.
My first challenge of the show is on the charming Super Nintendo platform romp.
I'm glad Dexter is gone.
Playing as an adorable blue pixie, players must use their bombs to clear their way to the end of the level before they're engulfed in the rising pool of lava. As usual,
it's
the
quite
player who
charming.
finishes in the fastest time wins the joystick.
So, please welcome our first challengers, Lee, Lewis Marie, and David Shomney.
His hair's different. Did he get a haircut out of protest?
I guess so.
Three of them into hell.
I guess he made his peace with McDonald's because their logo is all
That's
over
why
this.
he shaved his head.
Lee, we'll
He's
start
like, I'm
with you.
doing this
Before the show,
morning.
we said, who's your favourite babe? And you said Emma. Now, who is Emma?
It's just someone I know, and I ain't seen her. Nothing, it's just someone I know.
You're not seeing her? She's not a girlfriend of that?
No, yes, she is.
She is? Oh, she is a girlfriend?
Yes, she is. Like your 12-year-old girlfriend.
Shut up! That was no, that was.
Excuse me?
That was a lie.
That was dumb.
That was an accident.
That was an accident.
Accident. She's about that tall.
That was an accident. No,
Can we trim this part of the episode for quality reasons?
This time you guys arguing. He said what?
It was in the dark. How should I know?
All right, well, I think you can go first, seeing as you've got the younger girlfriend. And Lee, if you'd like to hang on in the back, we'll take a look at this week's news.
That's not weird, that's normal.
You've had the Duff Toys,
Anyway, here's the Power
videos
Rangers.
and the tragic cartridge games, but now we've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Mega CD. It's a play-along an episode type situation.
So we'll watch this,
When
but
the
I've
spandex
instructed
clad
Alex to
heroes
skip
pull off
the
their unfeasibly
Smurfs
impressive
competition,
moves, you must
because
press
it's
the
quite
corresponding
boring.
buttons prompted on the screen. Missed too many times, and you're allowed to stop playing.
There is one segment later on in this
3 minutes
episode
of
that is
9
quite
different
interesting, though.
episodes,
I want to see
including
that.
disputable classics like Day of the Dumpster, Food Fight, and Foul Play in the Sky. Sounds like
I love
Arsenal.
Day of the
The game is released in January, and Sega will be hoping that young fools everywhere will still be lapping this up, and it might be a case of Mighty Morphin Passe Rangers, and that's a play on words.
Oh, really? Ultra 64.
Launched into arcades last week was what will be one of the biggest games of next year, Killer Instinct. From the people who brought you Donkey Kong Country, it's the second
TJ
game
Combo,
for
he does
Nintendo's new
combos.
arcade system, the Ultra 64, and it'll be hoping to give Virtua Fighter
Wait, his
2
name
a
was
kicking for
Meltdown
the
in
first
that.
part of next
Did you see
year.
that? They changed his name for the final version.
Then, when autumn leaves drift by the window, Killer Instincts will be one of the launch games for the Ultra 64 home system, which Jimmy Nintendo claims will cost less than 200 notes. Jimmy Hill.
I like that.
Ultra 64 creator
characters
Jimmy
got such
Nintendo.
small T-shirts on. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a thick American bloke.
What was it? What was it? What was it?
Fortunately, he has a Timex Datalink watch that sits in the
Oh.
lives of parachutists all across America. It's a personal organizer on your wrist that reminds you of appointments, birthdays, telephone numbers, that kind of thing. This watch is saying, "Hello, American bloke, your clothes are Duff." The watch comes with database software for your PC.
So he
Simply
quit
select
Series
what info
3
you want to download
over the,
from your personal records,
the
set your
promotional
watch to the right
tie-ins.
mode, click, and the info
Just
is
wanna-
downloaded.
just wanna
Sensors on
point
the
that
watch
out.
read the flashing bars. A beep signifies it's all sent. The watch stores up to 10 entries. Millions of American men claim the watch has even saved their marriages.
Awesome. Thank you. You know, for the first time, I didn't forget my wedding anniversary, or my daughter's birthday, or to pick up my son after Little League practice on Tuesdays.
Get.
Right, smurfing along with me on this challenge is Simon.
Oh, we won't be smurfing this one. Alex, skip to a later portion of this same episode if you would.
Like to see.
I've always thought the Smurfs.
Yeah, let's skip to 15 minutes in this episode. Just imagine the Smurfs competition in your mind. It's just as boring as you think.
Okay, I'm seeing it. It's awful. I'm glad we skipped it.
But this competition, this is the real juicy part of the episode.
No way did Robbie Williams get a golden joystick.
Welcome back.
No way. Is that
Guests on
true?
today's show, Britain's two greatest 400-metre runners, Roger Black and Dwayne Ladejo. They're about to play Newman Athletics. Helping me out at trackside is Amiga Action's Brad Burton. Welcome, Brad.
Real-life track stars
Now, Brad, any tips for
play the
Roger and Dwayne?
Namco arcade game, Newman Athletics.
When it comes down to tapping the buttons, right, you've got to tap the
How
speed up,
fucking
and
amazing
press
is
the button
that?
to do whatever the action is, be it jumping or be it stopping the train. You'll see that.
It's a track and field style game with like
so we're looking for a
superhero
couple of
characters.
pairs of
It's really
strong
cool.
wrists here.
Okay.
This game's awesome.
We've got three semi-athletic disciplines. Whoever wins two of them will get the golden joystick. Let's
And they've
go to
got
the
this
first
custom
event.
setup, which suggests that they're doing this on a super gun or something. It's fucking
Dwayne is
wild.
player one, that's the blonde hair guy in the foreground. Roger's player two, the purple hair guy in the background. And they're off, and it's Roger taking the early lead.
Look at that shit.
Roger starts explosive. Roger Black's clearing down the field. They just start to come up now, though. Oh, here comes Dwayne.
This game's awesome. I can't play it for shit though.
Danny, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
It's cool. It's track and field with like a shit ton of
He goes
personality.
one up. Brad, I'm out of breath now. Talk us through that race.
But are they real cyborg athletes? Maybe.
You see the speed then? man, these guys are fire coming out of the boots. Amazing. But the thing is, what's happened here, they've been bitten by a radioactive limpid crystal. I think that was what the where they got the power from there.
Okay, now we go to event number 2.
And this is the train push. So Dwayne begins first. Now, what's going to happen here, Bran?
Check this one out.
This game is really...
Oh, no, don't
use the power of the ones used to stop the train. Watch
This game is so rarely spoken of nowadays, and yet here it is on national UK television, being showcased by actual athletes.
He's not qualified there, though, Dominik, and he's 55 metres on the head.
And that's really the pain and pleasure of GamesMaster. There's these really over-the-top showcase segments that are really good documentations of gaming in their time. And then there's that bullshit with Dexter. So you give a little and you give a little with this show.
44 metres, 54 centimetres. That means by just over a metre, Dwayne Ladejo has drawn it level. It's one event all.
Those are some like MAS
now we go
arcade
to
sticks
the
from
final
back
event.
then.
What have we got coming up, Brad? It's the
Those
block
bricks
smash.
that they used to sell.
The thing is with this one, anyone who's played Mortal Kombat knows exactly what this is about. You power up, you get your energies together, and boom, you smash the block.
Okay, both Dwayne and Roger have 25 seconds to smash as
Yeah, the
many
sequel's
blocks as
really
they
good
can.
too,
Whoever
Mock
smashes the
Breakers.
most will
Check that one
get
out
the
too.
joystick. Off we go, 3, 2, 1.
Go, fellas.
Off they go. Okay, Roger is the...
I can also see why Tepid Snake suggested this episode, being a fellow Taito superfan. Play Taito games. Wait, no, this is Namco. Play Namco games. Play both. That also looks like a really uncomfortable way to play this game. Stick on your lap. Nice work. Good on you, mate.
Is that a big
Okay, now,
Maybe.
Roger, you got a great start. Won the 100 metres.
It's the aggro crag.
That was the important one. Which was the only true athletics, wasn't it? Exactly. But after that, he came through in the end, you know. It was, but it was all of them were very, very close.
The aggro bog.
I mean, we practiced before and they were close before then.
Yeah,
and you faster fingers.
And you finally did it on that rock chopping.
Well, that rock chopping, yes, there's a little bit of karate in there.
And true, nowadays everyone would play as Sharon. Sharon is the beloved mascot character of that game.
Check us out, well, listen, thanks very much.
But this show is for the lads. You can't play as a girl.
There can only be one on this show, and the golden joystick winner is Dwayne Ladejo.
What? Huh? Okay. Yay.
Now it's time to lighten the burdens of hapless folk everywhere in the consultation zone.
Flames on the side of my face in the consultation zone.
Welcome one and all to Cooking with GamesMaster. Who's first for a tender grilling?
GamesMaster, I look up to you very much. I'd like you even more if you could help me out. Are there any secret tracks and street races on the SNES?
Get ready to burn the rubber.
That was a really creepy zoom, wasn't it?
Yeah! There are a number of
Lady actually looking like she's facing off on the fires of hell.
On the option screen, put the cursor on Custom Cup. Then press L, R, L, R, X, Y. This will give you 4 extra tracks to exhaust yourself.
Anyone a fan of Street Racer for the SNES?
Anyone? Thanks very much. I'll treasure that always.
Beloved by UK moms.
I've heard that you can get a super gun on Death Mask on the Amiga.
How interesting. I suppose you want to know
What the fuck is Death Mask?
On the prison level.
What the fuck is this?
Chad, what is this?
Open the door at the end of the first corridor. Destroy the robot.
This kid's playing a fake game.
And just over to the right, you will notice 2 skulls on the floor. Push the wall between the skull to uncover a secret room filled with power-ups and a super big gun. This should put the frighteners up any would-be attackers.
Cheers, GamesMaster. See you later.
One more before I gobble the turkey.
GamesMaster, are there any fatalities on balls on the Mega Drive?
No, but after defeating your opponent, try pressing A 4 times to see the winner's special after stomp move. Each character...
Alex, are there any fatalities and balls for the Mega Drive?
Are there any fatalities and balls for the Mega Drive?
I love that, GamesMaster.
I made a meal out of those.
Thanks for answering my normal questions.
Now I'm off for a lie down. Later, dudes.
Questions that could only be asked in
heralded the seventh
1993.
guest as the future of video gaming when it was released over a year ago. It features spooky adventure shenanigans with gorgeous graphics ahoy. 11th Hour, the sequel, again takes place in a gorgeously rendered but pant-changingly scary house with its selection of iffy inhabitants.
Every
We gotta
breath I
play this
take
one.
is influenced by that night. That house is not what it
I've never
appears
seen a
to
single
be.
second of this game.
Really?
How about a chuck roast? A chop steak.
The plot of 11th Hour, on the surface, is the story of Carl Denning, gone off to look for his lover.
What do y'all think of 11th Hour? Should we play it?
Who's gone to research
Or should we just play 7th Guest?
You're Carl Denning, you're the reporter. And as you play 11th Hour, it's more like being involved in a movie that you have
Is footage from the
control of.
game?
Help me, please. I can't get out.
Yes to both. Play both.
And as with 7th Guest,
Okay.
impeding your path are crystal
Play
maze-type
11th Hour,
puzzles which
please.
must be
Play
conquered
both,
if you're to reach your damsel in distress. Oh dear, it's the mad bird again.
Not the mad bird!
No live humans were actually harmed in the making of this. The producers have used the old film against the blue screen, then key the action onto a computer background routine.
screen,
Never
yeah.
fails.
I have a rule about people I work with.
Hey, blue screen Bubsy.
Yeah, I don't get involved.
Go on, mate, she is very fit.
Really rises above a lot of what's been done in the past. I think there's a lot of substance here, and that's
Fingers!
what we've tried to accomplish. I think we have.
Indeed, 11th Hour is likely to induce a spontaneous national outbreak of pant-changing once more when it's released on PC soon.
You will shit yourself.
Psychological terror. Fear that goes
Alright, I'm sold. I want
beyond
to play this.
childish imagination into adult terror.
Don't do it.
Yeah, go on, mate. Have a shag.
We're finished there for today. I'm off to check that every school teacher has halitosis. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Is he kissing every teacher?
Yeah, in hell. So, if this season took place in hell, what do you think the next season took place in?
Beach.
Good guess. Good guess.
The beach.
We've seen Cathedral, Prison, Oil Rig, Hell, and for Season 5, we're going to check out Episode 15, the Christmas Special, which features a compilation of many popular moments from previous seasons. Check this out. He's dead! The premise for Season 5 is Dominik Diamond is dead, and he's taken you with him to heaven.
Oh, you're in heaven this time. I was going to make a joke about it being heaven, but I'm like, they would never do it.
It's nice that they took a break on the gamers this season instead of sending them to hell or prison or an oil rig. Finally, some gamers go to heaven. He was hit by one of those famous double-decker buses. And yeah, the lore of him getting hit by a bus is really good.
So, but I'm...
Heaven is for real,
Oh.
and the GamesMaster is there.
God, you worship the games born again?
Born again. Ew.
Danny?
Welcome to heaven.
Thank you, Carmen.
A yummy Yuletide greeting to you all. Christmas comes but once
In
a
the
year, they
US,
say, which
the
is
UK, it's a
obviously
bus.
if you look in the average diary. I've got a mountain of things to do here before the angels awake, so while I fiddle with this fine bird,
Stop
you can
doing
feast your
that.
mince pies on the very best of GamesMaster.
You
Choice
leave my bird
archive
alone.
clips from the past 5 years, a series of televisual tinsel testament to the fact that we are officially the most watched show in the history of the world.
Wow.
If GamesMaster's about anything apart from me, it's about boys and girls coming in bucket loads onto the show to test their gaming prowess. This
Couldn't
is the
phrase that a
truth
little better.
that you can lead a horse to
Sorry,
water.
I just opened
Alex
my
gave me a
eyes wide.
look.
Like, what the fuck?
So handy for us, they presented a clip show, which will cover a lot of the stuff that we didn't get to cover in these previous episodes.
GamesMaster dance theme.
What did y'all think of the Lemmings song in the pre-show?
I love that Lemming song, Danny.
Video Chest introduced me to that in the last few days, and I was amazed.
What have you brought down for you here? My joystick. Hey, what's the challenge tonight?
It's one period on Mario Lemieux.
There he is!
How do you fancy that one?
Raiders
Colin?
Man.
I've never even heard of it. The man played it.
Mega Man, is that one of your
Lemming
favourite
song was
games?
good. Yeah, it was good.
Unfortunately.
And you've had slightly more experience on
It goes
the game
hard,
than
I love
Jason.
it.
Does that make you the favourite?
I think so, yeah. I'm going to whip his ball straight into shape.
Now, Stephen, you want to be an actor?
Yeah, going to.
Yeah. Go on then, do some acting.
That's very good.
Oh, they sit on the rock. Okay.
Oh, this is a Killer Instinct song. I recognize it now. Every freaking game had a UK rave track. That was disgusting.
Why did you show me that?
Hey, Rocket League. WWF the arcade game. Everybody move that body. And now the agony of GamesMaster.
The mouse was still a bit funny.
It was the gun, it was terrible.
Controllers were, I didn't know.
Hand slipped. I'm not happy with the umpire.
Joystick was rigged.
I think I had too many pints last night.
It's the game, it's the joystick, it's the whole thing.
Let it be.
Take that, baby. You're on scrub quotes.
Well, the first of our 5 games that shaped the games industry is Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive. It defined the whole platform genre. Mario, I hear you shout. Well, the thing with Mario was, playable though it was, the graphics were not that much of a progression from the old days of the C64 and the Spectrum. Sonic was the first example of what this new 16-bit
Controversial.
console could do. It
Okay,
looked great,
Dave.
it ran super fast, and it sparked a whole market boom. Apart from the glorious graphics and speed, the beauty of Sonic was its simplicity. Anyone could pick it up and play it, but if you gave it time, you had to be really good to master it. And a recent survey proved that amongst children, Sonic is the 3rd best known personality in the world, behind Michael Jackson and Mickey Mouse. Sonic is definitely the daddy of the console boom, and he deserves respect.
Sonic is daddy.
I can hear fumblings upstairs.
And Mario, no better than C64's ZX Spectrum.
Which means any minute now they'll burst in and demand I give them one of their presents. Only a couple of minutes left for me to finish with the vegetables. And we've had lots of young
Could you
people
hold
in the
that in a more
consultations
phallic
since the
way,
show
dude?
Why don't you start
GamesMaster,
sucking on
the
that?
venerable sage
Danny.
stroke mainstay of my show,
Leave the
has
twinkle
borne
alone.
them all with a patient shrug. But even he can only take so much, and at times the strain has showed.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Christmas. And even I
Oh, God.
sometimes feel like wallowing in nostalgia.
We often wallow in nostalgia.
I mean, that's kind of what the whole retro scene is about, right?
Yeah, we're all here wallowing.
Like, wow. Time to wallow in
Hello,
my
young
game
scamp.
slot.
Let me guess. You've got a problem.
On the Adams Family on the Super Nintendo, I just can't get anywhere at all. Can you help me?
What a pitiful plea.
How can I destroy the Dust Dragon?
Foolish boy.
Hello, GamesMaster.
Oh dear, you are in need of help.
Hello, GamesMaster. On Zelda 3. Zelda 3. Zelda 3.
GamesMaster destroys these kids with facts and
Frankly,
logic.
young man, that sort of question offends my intellect and doesn't deserve to be asked.
Hello, GamesMaster. I am having trouble with my soggy flans.
Hello, Orisha. How good of you to pay me a visit.
Hey!
They showed up?
Good Lord, what are you doing up here?
Oh, come on.
Well, blow me.
You're having trouble with Gianna sisters.
Oh, yes, that's more like it.
You shot it.
Let's party. Ooh, Cantonar. Good Lord. How terribly upsetting.
This is a good Christmas episode.
Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo created an entire new genre for the beat-em-up fan. Special moves like the fireball had been unseen before.
It's no fighting
Created a
masters.
learning curve in respect that special moves themselves are very difficult.
GamesMaster wearing sunglasses is just Dracula flow.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
learn in the game. Street Fighter 2 also created the genre of beat-em-ups such as Mortal Kombat and Virtua Fighters, and even today we're seeing Virtua Fighters 2 extend the life of what must have
Virtua
been
Fighters
the
2,
most
more
hardest,
fighters.
the best tournament game that was ever created. Hands up to Street Fighter 2, it was biffery at its best.
Biffery at its best.
Unable to resist the lure of my gleaming baubles, the angels have come down and are adding the final decorative touches to this Christmas scene. Merry Christmas, girls.
Merry Christmas.
It's no secret that I only accept the lavish wages that come with the show, so I can slap famous boys heartily on the back and flirt shamelessly with famous attractive
Merry
ladies,
Christmas.
often with fantastic success.
I like this, going down river Styx with the GamesMaster.
It feels like the show knows how silly it is. And I can really appreciate that. This whole episode is just poking fun at itself.
It's very nice, actually.
And that's what makes this more watchable than something like Video Power, in my opinion. This show knows it's stupid. It makes stupid dick jokes all the time, and then it makes a compilation of all the stupid moments. Oh yeah, they played Sonic Blast Man on one of the episodes.
Oh, yeah. Nobodies. I personally launched them onto the road to fame, and have they thanked me? No, except for Robbie, who I got engaged to earlier on this year. In a bizarre prediction of their future, the boys furiously fought each other on Super Bomberman.
Yeah, they're not showing us Dexter at all.
All of you like a little waggle.
Dexter got thrown
again,
into the
but
pit.
come clean, who is the best games player in Take That?
Obviously me.
You do get to see Take That.
Okay, good.
They made him play Bomberman? That's amazing.
Oh, no, someone's gone blue.
I changed my mind. This show is brilliant.
Died next. And Cute Mark followed soon after, leaving Robbie and Jason to fight it out.
Did Robbie Williams
It's all
win?
about thinking and trapping your opponent.
This is getting very tense here. The crowd's going.
Oh!
Sick!
So Jason's down and Robbie is the winner.
All right,
Robbie with the brutal
Williams.
Bomberman tactics.
Jimmy White, the toppest
Did they put that in the movie?
I see. That's why I want to see that movie. I want to see the monkey on GamesMaster.
And doing drugs.
Exactly. Apparently, it comes to VOD on February 11th. So it's gotta wait.
The computer's got himself in a bit of a difficult one with the blue there.
That's right.
It's got an extra kiss on it.
Not much of a whirlwind going on that.
Now you're thinking we've seen this? Oh no, they had multiple billiard showdowns.
And now they're both on the pink. It's level peg in the computer and Jimmy. Yes, the pick's in one more.
It's got a really tricky black.
Yeah, you'd really think it would be that one episode that they did the billiards thing, but nope, it was so popular they had to do it again.
Just misses it.
The computer's about to take the shot. This is going to be desperately close. Jimmy 6 he's done it!
Now
Way to
we
go,
move on
Jimmy.
to Vic Reeves, officially the second funniest man ever to grace the show. We came on to shamelessly plug Comic Relief, officially the second unfunniest thing ever.
Wow.
Vic's challenge involved trying to protect a sleepwalking little kid from a vengeful snake.
This is Sleepwalker. This became Eek the Cat on Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Get the
interesting.
snake, Vic! Get the snake! Oh no! Bad luck, sir. It was very poor.
It was very poor indeed, and I can only apologise to the little boy in his toga.
Looks like Elvis Costello.
Return to my Kaplunk and FX kit.
Listen, Vic, what was the problem with his snakes there?
I've always feared snakes. Anybody who breathes through the tongue.
Like that.
It started off as a comic relief charity thing. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Jim Duggan came on to Series 2, he was living proof that although the WWF might be totally rigged, the mental imbalance of its participants is all too real.
But I flew all the way over here this morning to especially
There he is.
play
There's
this
Hacksaw
game.
Jim Duggan.
And these
With his
folks
2x4.
don't wanna play this game. A matter of fact, I don't think I want to talk to you anymore out here. So let me make it fair and square. I've got one thing in mind, and that's to play some games, and I'm going to play. Here
Take off more clothing,
I
Hacksaw.
come.
Get new. Just do it.
Lose the shorts.
I want to see you, Hacksaw Gaming.
They don't want any of this. Where am I going to find somebody? Go!
Just dragging some kid.
Round of applause for our brave volunteer!
That's wonderful.
But there is no doubt in my mind who my favourite celebrity guest of all time is. It's sad, it's heterosexually predictable, but it was Jay Dean who showed us every inch of her personality on Alpine Racer.
Okay then, like I say, we've got about 1/5 of the course to go.
Yep.
About 11 seconds
sure
left,
did.
and she basically cannot afford to miss a gate. Missed one gate there, 8 seconds left. We can see the ending
He
signal.
liked
She
watching the
might
lady
just do this.
wiggle her ass while
Worried about
playing the
progress, but
skiing
there is a
game.
small, very small
How
chance that we pull it
heterosexually
off.
This is
predictable.
it. One more gate
Honestly,
to go through.
that's
3,
very
2. She's got to go through the skate.
Yeah.
1-0 now. If she can get to the finish line before it stops. She's through the finish.
Damn, she beat the course. I don't know who this lady is, but who knows who Jay Dean is?
Yo, Seventh Guest is a game that
Possibly
changed
the
the
most
world,
important
Danny.
games release of
Did it?
1994. Seventh Guest both stunned and confused gamers
Folks, weigh in. Did it
all
change the
over
world?
with its combination of non-linear gameplay and stunning graphics. Stripped bare, it's basically just a combination of mind-bending puzzles, but as a whole, it's
Sure,
gothic
briefly.
games-playing
Obscuratory says no.
experience.
That sounds definitive coming from Obscuratory.
I remember it being a killer CD-ROM. I do remember it being everywhere. It was an inescapable force.
I would say, you know, missed.
I would say missed too. Missed 100%.
It could be blamed for sparking the whole PC boom.
No offense
actually.
to Seventh Guest. I
Now,
love
some
my
of you might say
mansion
Doom.
games,
Why isn't
but, you know.
Doom in our top 5? Well, Doom came along on the crest of the PC wave, but Seventh Guest was there at the ripple.
Should I get a tattoo that says heterosexually?
Now, before we dine on this bulging banquet, I'd just like to say thank you to all you for sending in your Christmas cards. Remember, there is a prize for everyone I read out. This is a particularly lovely one. Dearest Dominik, Merry Christmas to you and the GamesMaster team. Remember, this is a time when we should think of those less fortunate than ourselves. Lots of love, Princess Diana. Oh, P.S. I told you I'd keep your name out of that Panorama programme. Coming up in
So
part
he got a
2,
fake
more
letter
choice
from Princess
slices from the
Diana,
history
I
of
see.
GamesMaster, plus
Yep.
some clips from Series 3. Back in a minute.
Oh, they're eating Christmas dinner. Okay. Yeah, that aged.
Hey, that wasn't GamesMaster's fault. They didn't know that receiving a letter from Princess Diana while you're in heaven would be prescient, okay?
Yep.
No clue. Not their fault.
That red jacket and was forced to wear it at gunpoint.
Jellied eels for
However, there was
GamesMaster
one
Holiday Dinner.
costume
Thank you, Carton.
Which was even worse. For Series 3.
Yeah, it's probably
these that
jellied
made me
eels.
shrink,
Whoa,
wear a
video.
boiler suit, don an unruly black wig, and
Can we get a better? Can we get a better VHS tape for this? This is history, folks.
Oh, they do feature Dexter.
Boo.
New thumb-numbing, joystick-freshing GamesMaster.
That means Sadie wins the GamesMaster. Golden joystick!
I think they did. They never had him back.
Are you good at it? No problem. No trouble. You're gonna win? No problem. You're not scared of him? No problem. Okay.
Stop the whistling thing. No one thinks it's funny. Shut up. Fuck you.
No problem.
Sorry.
You hate him so
Sorry.
much.
I just it brings out something primal in me. All right.
I've heard that he directed Bohemian Rhapsody, and I heard that wasn't.
That's funny.
He also did Rocket Man.
Macho Man or Randy Savage
which is
battling
really
out
funny.
of
So
The
he
following
does like
interview
these Rocky
technique is called
mentors.
repeat everything anyone says.
I'll thrash everyone.
You'll thrash everyone.
That's Chris, not the team captain.
Chris, team captain?
He got lucky.
He got lucky.
He did get lucky.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool.
He's pulling a solid snake.
Nothing yet. I'm the Don, mate. I am the Don. You are the Don. When it comes to computer games, I'm the Don. Have you got a computer then? No, I haven't got a computer. You haven't got a computer?
Surveillance camera.
Keep watching, all right.
That was my favorite quote from him.
All words to
I
say
do
for
like
Derek,
that.
and that's we're simply the best.
My name's Dexter, actually.
Goodbye, Dexter.
I guess Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer
and
sparked
Game
off
that changed the world,
the 32
damn.
Ridge Racer is pretty
with a
fucking
bang.
good.
It was
I
the
don't
first
know
game
about
that
putting it in the
Playboy
top
would sell
5
on
though.
PlayStation, thanks to it being packaged with the import version, and it was more than impressive. It was a yardstick by which all 32-bit games will
It was
now
pretty
be
impressive
compared.
on PS1 back
It
in the
was
day.
fast, it was
was,
smooth,
yeah.
Better
and it
than
moved
the
around
Saturn
huge
Daytona USA.
sprites at such a rate that you could not believe. We finally had what we could play in the arcades in your own home. Thanks to its graphics and its incredible rave music throughout, it was more a multimedia experience, and therefore was interesting.
Must have been
for
drunk
even
while
to
making
people
this
who
list.
were
I mean, well,
or to play
they might
games.
have been.
It truly
Chad,
marked
I don't
the
think I
birth
would
of
call
the next
Ridge Racer
generation machine
multimedia
and the next
experience,
generation game.
But I respect the
Little bit
In our
of a
review
stretch.
section, we've seen more atrocious games than a Crystal Palace season ticket holder. However, that's
Yeah, right?
still
You'd think
no excuse
Wipeout,
for
but-
the sheer atrocity of reviewers' haircuts, which you, the audience, have had to suffer over the years. Let's
He
take a
mentions
look at
the
a few of
hair.
them.
Finally taking
Yes,
Jazz
it's time for
Rignall to
GamesMaster's
task.
Top 5 worst reviewer haircuts.
He's got to be number 1, right?
At 5, it's Julian Rignall's 1993 Dead Skunk look. Don't try this at home, kids.
The only trouble
Dead
is that it's
skunk
too easy.
Number 4 is John Davidson's Is He a Man or a Woman? Heavy Metal Perm Curtain Effect.
Hey, come on. He's at least a member of the Crash Test Dummies.
The bizarrely named Radeon Automatic is number 3. Radeon sports the infamous
Radeon
Automatic
Automatic.
haircut style.
I love their hair.
At number 2, Peter Scott for his profoundly disturbing shredded wheat in a thunderstorm look.
Alright, Jazz got me number 1.
But the undisputed number 1 is Julian Riggle's
Yep.
1992 effort.
Yes!
A gigantic structure blending several bad haircuts into one horrendous whole. Top work, Julian.
It's not the sort of game that I'd rush out and
God, fucking get owned.
Gracefully to the door.
It is a little bit Joe Dirt with it. Hello?
Don't worry about it.
I'm phasing in and out of consciousness here.
Light! My TV debut took place on Tuesday the 7th of January 1992. I still find it hard to accept that the soft, smiley, pathetic creep that graced the screen was actually me.
Thank you very much, and welcome to GamesMaster.
Dominik, don't put yourself
television's
down.
First
You look
ever
good.
video game magazine.
Better than Dexter.
Especially designed for people out there who find Pictionary pointless and Kerplunk a waste of marbles. So, if you've ever dazzled
Yeah,
your
fuck
local arcade
Kerplunk.
inhabitants with your
Bullshit
hard-driving
game.
prowess, or simply enjoyed a waggle of your joystick in the privacy of your own bedroom, this is the show you've been gagging for.
Oh,
Is that necessary?
all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. For 1992's Christmas show, I demonstrated hitherto unknown talents as I led the audience in a Sinatra-threatening rendition of "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
All stand for the Christmas national anthem.
Well, we're off now, but may peace descend upon all your homes this Yuletide season. And don't forget the Christmas spirit. Be nice to your elders, eat your greens, and most of all, Christmas is forgiving.
Now me and Scuba Man are going to waggle our
Team
joysticks.
championship final meant that the team who looked like they would have won, didn't. The more astute of you might be able to detect a twinge of disgruntlement in their post-challenge chat.
Liam, do you want to say anything? Not really. No, I'm not surprised. No. No, we'll just stand into submission. So we're going to give him
Wow,
the
so glum.
at least. Don't you think that's the least we can do? Yeah.
Oh, I bet that made them happy. Young Martin Neighbours had the length of the show to play straight through Virtua Cop, achieving the maximum score. In a hair-raising finale, Martin reached the end-of-level boss with just seconds to go before we were forced off air.
Come on, Martin! Well, this trigger figure
Competitive
actually
Virtua
inside
Cop.
Martin, you can see how slow he is now, whereas before he was piling bullets into the enemies. Now he's much, much slower.
In a
Come
suit.
on, Martin, only a couple more clicks left.
Ever play Virtua Cop in a suit?
No, that sounds sick.
He won't have finished this challenge if he doesn't do it in time. That's it.
He's put up the
Helicopter's
boss.
gone.
Let's see what the score is. Has he got the maximum? And the maximum score, yes,
Done it.
999.
Oh my God, he did it! I've done that on Virtua Cop 3. No shit. That was a long time ago though.
Oi, Martin.
They didn't have me on GamesMaster.
Shooting Series 4, contestants Lee and David seemed less concerned with their challenge than they did with their own personal bickering about their bizarre romantic lives.
Oh God!
Don't bring out
Why
the 12
this?
girl.
Why this?
And you said Emma.
Jesus!
Emma. It's just someone I know, and I ain't seen her. Nothing's just someone I know.
Yeah.
Who knew that was a highlight when we were watching it?
Oh, she is a girlfriend.
She is. Like your 12-year-old girlfriend.
Shut up! That was a lie. That was a lie.
Sorry, I just love his face like fuck.
Are we gonna keep this or?
She's back that tall.
That was an accident. No, that ain't fair. That ain't fair.
I don't think we need to do the challenge. I think we should just time you guys arguing.
And the number one
Mario
game that changed the world,
64.
Mario
Okay.
64.
Addition to our
Yeah,
chart,
Mario
because Mario
64
64
did
isn't
change the
even
game.
out yet.
Look at that beta
Already
footage.
It's being heralded as a game that could reshape the way the industry thinks.
And the weird Mario noises
The
from
Ultra
it.
64 is the only machine that could possibly throw a shadow over the rise of the Saturn and the PlayStation this Christmas. And Nintendo have been very brave. They've used Mario, their main icon. Even Sega didn't dare use Sonic in their early next-generation games.
I want this
So it
Mario
hadn't
beta.
even come out yet, and they were like,
The
yeah,
game
it's gonna
itself
change
is
the world.
notable.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
knew.
An arcade conversion. It's actually a whole new game being developed specifically for playing in your front room and emphasizes Nintendo's
Well,
target.
that looks
which
like
is the
Bowser.
family unit.
That's Bowser there.
Like the cut of my trousers, some things defy categorization. So before we go, here's a pick and mix of GamesMaster moments proving we are the last bastion of variety entertainment.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. All right, settle down. Yes, it's New Year's
You got that
Eve
Cyndi
on the
Lauper
Games Playing
fit.
Resort, the one night of the year I can shed my red coat garb and slip into something a bit more feminine. Welcome to GamesMaster.
Cool.
I used to think all light entertainment shows were the same, but then again, I used to like records before I discovered CDs.
Scott, plank. Dola, plank. George, you came so very, very close, but ultimately, plank.
Plank.
And let's go through these flowers first of all, because they're not nearly blokey enough. My mother is a massive athletics fan, big fan of all three. Yes, could you give her a quick wave in the camera 3 there? That's to Paula. All right, excellent. Great. If you don't mind, guys.
Shout outs to Paula.
Quick little wave to my mum, Paula. Hello, Paula. Hi. That is
Danny,
brilliant.
plank.
If you could just
Alex,
give a little wave
plank.
to the camera
Yeah.
to Paula. Hello, Paula.
Paula.
Let loose, go into the cage.
Into the cage.
Into the cage!
Gaming really is hell.
Now, is it true at the tender age of 13 you did social anthropology at Oxford University?
No.
Pants. 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 Pants.
Oh, they got me. That was a genuine laugh.
Go if you think you're hard enough.
You starting? Well, heaven's festivities are nearly over, and soon the angels and I will be safely tucked up in bed once more. That also signals the end of our Christmas rumble through GamesMaster's large historical sack. And here's to 5 more years.
What are these presents
of
that he
adding to
got?
Your television
His
jollies
women.
and my vintage car collection. We'll be back at the same time next week.
They
but
appear to
even
be
funnier.
accessories of
And
some
remember,
sort.
Life is a lot like Christmas. Your mate always gets the bigger bike. God bless.
What did you get, Dominic?
Oh, pants.
Good.
And
Thanks,
don't forget,
Dominic.
next week we'll be announcing the winner of our Next Generation What is Dominic's favourite game of all time competition. So now you know.
Ah, humbug.
There you go, season 5. The show clearly feeling itself at this point, but honestly, they deserve it. So we move on to season 6. He's fallen out of heaven.
So he's like Lucifer.
Season 6, episode 4, also recommended by Tepid Snake. A lot of this episode, not that great, but there are some really standout segments I want to see, so we're going to skip through this one like we did before. So of course, after going to hell and then to heaven, the next place they go is Atlantis. And that's where this series takes place, in Atlantis.
Why do they keep adding babes to the show? Like, that's like, did he like say, listen, I'll come back if you add babes?
I think that was it.
What an interesting series.
Something very Monty Python about that. Him rising out of the ocean.
Good evening and welcome to GamesMaster, where even a former Olympic gold medal swimmer like myself needs a bit of extra buoyancy. The reason the girls are blowing up my water wings is, as the star of the show, I can't be seen to blow myself. Later on in the show, we have got Hollyoaks Compilation as our special guest. You can stop blowing now, girl.
I can explain it to you.
Who's your favourite heartthrob?
What does he mean?
Mine's Cliff Richard for the wonderful example he sets to young children.
Kurt Cobain for exactly the same reasons.
Okay, we'll be soaping it up with some top teen soapstar action later on, but now let's lather up
Don't worry about
for
it.
today's news.
We're in Atlantis. We don't have to think
Well,
anymore.
it seems our old friend Sonic has succumbed to the present climate of moral decay. His latest outing, the arcade-titled Sonic Championship, finds him beating up his old pals in a frenzy of pent-up teen rage. On secret test at the moment, the game features a variety of special moves, including Sonic's classic spinball. Sonic's school teachers are so
Sonic's all
appalled
about that
they've
moral
shut down his
decay.
school. Universal Studios Florida just announced their biggest money spinner of the summer has been the newly installed Terminator attraction. Directed by James Cameron and featuring all the stars from
wish
the
I
original
got to
film,
see this. They
the
had this
3D
in
extravaganza
California,
has
and I
the
never got
honour
to
of
see it.
being
It was
minute
so
for
cool.
minute
Aw,
the
damn.
most expensive piece
This
of
looks cool.
celluloid since
It
that
mixed
dodgy
like
film I
the
made with the
live action
donkey.
show where it would like, if there was a film behind them, but then there would be live action parts.
Hey,
taken from the
Punkadad.
film. It was so cool. I never got to see it. One day I was going to see it.
Regular viewers,
Milo, you got
and
to
I
see
know of
this?
at
That's
least
awesome.
3 will remember I
Looks so
featured on
cool.
Retro Games a couple of weeks back.
What's wrong with
Well, now
Pac-Man
it seems
then?
the arcade classic Pac-Man is due
Check
for a
this shit
comeback,
out.
but this time in virtual reality.
No.
VR Pac-Man is due in arcades sometime soon, and like most virtual reality rides, apart from the fact it costs a fortune, you can't see where you're going and makes you feel sick, looks brilliant.
Sounds like a stunning recommendation.
Well, there you go.
All right, so we're going to skip most of this episode. I did want to see the VR Pac-Man because that's pretty cool. And there's one other segment at 2020, so we're going to skip to that. Here's the babes. Awarding the Golden GamesMaster joystick for playing Smurf's Adventure or some shit.
Flipping my fingers off with an uncontrollable desire to make his presence felt once more. Let's sit back.
Is that an arcade in NYC and made people sick? Now check out this special feature.
That's so cool that you got I wish I
Of all the places to go
Undisputed
in
heavyweight
'94,
king of video games.
Wait,
I've
that's
come up with a
human
few ideas of my own over the years, but I can't
the clock
program.
tower guys,
This
yeah.
is why I've mountain biked over to Tokyo to a special school that will teach me how to turn what's in there into buck-munching money spinners.
So Human had their own internal school that would train up developers, and they did a showcase
They
on
take
it.
it a lot more seriously. The Human School is just one of a number of establishments designed to turn ordinary Japanese civilians into video game giants.
Ordinary civilians. Yeah, True Sicko's company.
My Japanese is a bit rusty, so I chummed up with a bloke called Kurihara-kun, following a principle that stood me in good stead throughout my life.
Yeah, human school, school for
To
humans.
get ahead of school is crib off someone else. Kurihara-kun, what are you doing just now, mate?
今自分が作ってるムービーにそれを元にどんどん手直しをしていくんですけれども。
Show us what you got.
So he's basically looking at a pair of ladies' legs.
Polygons are the foundation of most modern game graphics, and human students spend quite
They've
literally
developed
a
one
very
leg,
long
they haven't
time
discovered
learning
the
how to
second one
construct
yet.
convincing polygon images. Like this final level boss from Mortal Kombat 5.
Okay, it's going very well.
Thank you for
look
the
in here,
50
this is Dom's new game. This is the
Yeah, they were
work I've
probably
done
all
in
gonna
this
work on
one.
Fire
It's the
Pro.
basic plan of the game. And up here on the screen, you can see I'm rotating some polygons around. It's all going swimmingly, but I'm a little bit hungry now, so I think it's time for lunch. Some lunch there, guys?
Lunch!
Oh, they've got like the special breads.
This is
Melon Pond.
He hates
I
it.
barely recovered from my lunch before I was subjected to the nightmare of double gameplay theory, in which students are initiated into the intricacies of just why some games are so much more playable than others. It made my head hurt, so I legged it.
Not surprisingly, this is the sound design room. Fairly funky guys in here. What they're being taught at the moment is how to add sounds to animation. This guy here has got a bouncing ball, and he's trying to get the kind of sound in the right timing. Okay, at the end of the second year, these students have to come up with a game
is
and a
that?
project. This is the one which won the prize last year.
Oh, it's a student
For 2 years,
game.
It's not bad.
I was lying.
good.
It was cack.
It's good.
Human has
was
published
cack?
games produced by the
Shut
school,
up.
not just bizarre role-playing games, but things like The Fireman on the Super NES, which sold 400 times more units than Mario
CAC
World.
is bad, right?
Yeah.
Shut up,
80%
Dominic.
Of people who are at the school will go straight into jobs as programmers. Very good percentage of that. All the big video games companies advertise here. We've got Konami up here, Nintendo, and Capcom over here. And this is a good one here. Scotsman needed, must be bald, yet strangely attractive and very amusing, to do no work for Macho Yeno. So I'm sorted for a job as well.
4 o'clock
Nice.
arrived and it was time for home. Unfortunately, though, I'd been a disruptive influence, breaking wind at will, and was made to stay behind for some emergency coaching.
See you guys. So I've got to do a little bit more work on my game, but I can let you have a sneak peek at just how brilliant it is. Okay.
Yeah, this would be way
This
more
is playing
racist
area
if
like
this was
that,
X-Play.
Yeah, I was gonna
One
say this
person
is
gets
actually
these
pretty
wee guys,
restrained.
another
I'm
person
very
gets the other
proud
one.
of them.
You put them on the grid in turn, and the object is whoever can get 3 in a row, first of all, wins. It's simple, but it might just work. That's it for today. On next week's show, we have that great bender of the mind, Yuri Geller. And I'll leave you with this question. If Chris Evans fell over when there was no one around to hear him cry, would he make a sound? Good night.
Unfortunately, we're going to skip the Yuri Geller episode, but that's out there if you want to see it. But yeah, by season 6, they had gone to Atlantis. And now we're going to see one of the most infamous episodes in the entire history of GamesMaster. Season 6, Episode 9. I've instructed Alex to skip forward to a certain segment, but we're going to watch the first few minutes just for the setup, so you know what's at stake here. Yes, this one involves Dave Perry, and no GamesMaster showcase would be complete without this episode, because, oh boy. And what an episode for it to be. Season 6, Episode 9. Babes!
Yeah! Very heterosexual.
You making out with babes over there? Yeah, Yuri Geller, look up that guy. Pretty interesting guy to have as a guest.
I've had a Christmas card here from a Mr. Charlie Young. And it says, Dear Dominic, what I want to know is, you know your co-commentators, do they really know about video games? Please could you conjure up some Christmas video games quiz to test the lead in their gaming knowledge pencils? Well, Charlie, seeing as you've phrased it in such an eloquent and heartfelt fashion, we feel honour bound to comply with your request with the GamesMaster Christmas Quiz.
So there you go, all the previous presenters, people who worked at magazines and game developers,
Okay, like I said,
proving they
it is
actually
the
know video
GamesMaster
games with a
Christmas
quiz.
quiz. We're going to have 4 rounds to test our co-commentators' gaming knowledge metal. At the end of those 4 rounds, the 2 co-commentators who have amassed the highest score will go on to a playoff. I suppose I should quite literally introduce our contestants, all of them firm favourites for you back at home. We start with Mr. Kirk Ewing, a former lingerie model for Miss Selfridge. Kirk names his interests as taunting people shorter than himself and leech breeding. Welcome to the show, Kirk.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Best of luck in the show.
So do you.
We now move on to Mr. Derek Lynch. And I didn't know this before the show started. Derek Lynch used to be a robotic dancer. Why did you stop, Derek?
Went out of fashion.
Right. Was it ever in fashion? Was it not a lot? Was it not a kind of
Say
like
robotic
the
dancer?
popping? Oh, great day.
This man a cyborg?
Okay, Rick Henderson. Rick, tell us about your mascot there.
No.
No? You'd rather
I'd rather just leave it as said.
keep that as a secret for this early evening time slot. And finally, we have Dave Perry now. What is there to say about Dave that he hasn't told us himself many, many times? He is the self-proclaimed games animal. His ambition is to front the television show about video games that totally destroys GamesMaster. I wouldn't have thought that would be too difficult, Dave.
No, I don't think it will be either. It's only a matter of time.
Who would present that show, Dave?
Oh, well, I think that would probably be me.
Well, I'm sure that comes as a surprise to all of us. Okay, then, we've introduced...
All right, so skip to the segment
The
I told you and then pause it, if you would.
Left.
So we're missing out on a very boring quiz segment. I've cut out the almost all of it. We're switching to the grand finale, where it's just between 2 competitors. They haven't really said what the nature of this finale is, but basically the previous 20 minutes were just general knowledge, stuff about games, stuff about what they've seen, what they've covered, and in the end, it is between Dave Perry and one other guy, and they have a surprising showdown that is still talked about to this very day. Let's just enjoy that. Here it is, in context.
We are calling this penultimate round Don't Shoot Too Soon. Before we go into it, though, let's prepare ourselves for a festive feature type situation.
But first, a feature.
Okay.
Japan and Britain, 2 separate cultures, half a world apart, linked by one thing: anoraks. Here in Japan, they call them Otaku. The word refers to any hobby that borders on the obsessive, but this is...
That's right, a special on Otaku.
Let's learn about Otaku, everybody.
Obliged to meet.
Got any Lum fans? Got any Sailor Moon fans?
Baggingly early on a Sunday morning. It's midday on a Sunday in downtown Tokyo. Most of us would be asleep, but the video game otaku have assembled for a costume party where they dress up as their favourite video games characters. I've decided to get into the spirit,
That was
and
dressed
I've
like
come as
Dominik Diamond
everyone's
back
favourite
there.
from Street Fighter 2, Fat Sumo Bloke, Eddie Honda. These costume parties are a tragically regular occurrence in Tokyo. Hundreds of teenage punters shun the daylight and huddle inside clubs to get down with like-minded
Teenage
weirdos.
punters.
So mean.
Some people actually buy
That's a
the
good Ava
costumes,
costume.
with prices ranging from 400 to 600 quid. The idea being to garner as much attention as possible.
Joe!
with
I like
cash
him.
prizes
Joe
going
killing
to
it.
the grooviest threads. Well, obviously in Japan I am an enormous celebrity
All right,
as well.
Yori.
And because of this, they've
Not
actually
Joe.
asked me to
I'm
be
a
a
fraud.
judge on the competition to see who's got the best costume. So I've got to look for a costume that's very big, very extravagant, someone who's put a lot of time and effort into it. So I'm going to have a little wee wander now. Have a look. I don't know if you can tell, but this guy's wearing a pair of pants on his head.
Who are you cosplaying, buddy?
Don't worry about it, Danny.
Excellent.
Hey, the Leather Club's 2 doors down.
Sorry.
Hentai comment. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's long. Get in and out of a costume, okay? Okay, this is my runner-up for the best costume. It's a lovely costume, but I used to have a carpet
Nuku.
in this material when I was younger, and I find it a bit unsettling. But very good. Very good. Yes, after hours of grueling analysis and some costumes that were obviously from bizarre Japanese games I'd never heard of, I came to my decision and wrapped my rapidly
You quit
eroding
sniffing those
credibility
feet.
around me like a shield and took to the stage. Excuse me. Predictably,
Embarrassing
my
the Western
newfound
world.
Japanese buddies didn't miss the opportunity to take the mick out of my strange foreign ways. Okay. I speak no Japanese. Other prizes were handed out to people who took the whole thing a bit too seriously. But in the end, I went for the simpler, more minimalist approach. That's my goal, that's my goal. The Otaku party
Footage from a classic Otaku get-together. Thank you, GamesMaster.
Did what any normal man would do. I gave her my holiday washing to clean.
Thanks, Dominic.
Okay, don't shoot too soon.
Our final round works thus. 90 seconds of general video games questions. At the end of this round, we will lose the two co-commentators with the two lowest scores at the moment. These scores are so close, anybody could still get through.
Oh, I cut it to before the final competition. I guess I wanted to include the Otaku convention.
No, I get why you wanted to include the Otaku.
It's important. It's history.
Character Earthworm Jim. Ewing drum the rocket. Groovy. Correct. How did Jim come to have such superpowers? Ewing drum the rocket.
A suit fell on him from outer space.
Correct.
That's true. That's lore.
Listen to this soundtrack. What game does it come from?
Donkey Kong Country.
Perry Torquay.
Donkey Kong Country.
Correct. Okay. What am I?
Moses Donkey.
I'm a green friendly dinosaur. I have a long tongue which I can use to suck eggs in. Ewing, drum the rocket.
Yoshi.
Correct.
Yoshi can suck what now?
No,
don't worry
the
about
sequel to the best-selling PC game Jeff Cramman's Grand Prix is called what? Ewing, drum the rocket.
Grand Prix 2.
Correct. What is the Mega Drive called in America? Perry Torquay.
Genesis.
Correct.
He knows the Genesis.
What is the Super Nintendo known as in Japan?
He's multinational.
Henderson. From West End?
The Super Famicom.
Correct.
The Super Famicom.
And that is our last question, so let's go for the GamesMaster to find out the scores.
There are winners and there are losers.
On a delicious
At the
Christmas
end of
platter.
that round, I'm afraid Rick and Eric fall into that latter category with
It was
7
close.
and 8 points.
But in the end, it's between Dave and Kirk.
Continue to hold the lead with 10 points. But miraculously, Kirk has managed to earn himself a place in the final with 9 points in total.
Okay, so while we say a fond farewell to Derek and Rick, let's find out the next round that Kirk and Dave are going to be playing. It's the grand final. Let's peer
took it
inside
pretty well.
GamesMaster's Yuletide log.
Yeah, we lose. Whatever.
Christmas. And what better way to finish than having a final playoff between the two leaders on the first snow level of Mario 64.
Here we go.
The two co-commentators must race to the bottom of the perilous ice slide in the fastest time possible.
Notably,
while
N64
trying
not out in the
desperately
UK at
not
this
to
point.
skid off to oblivion. Good luck.
And so it all bows down to this final dramatic confrontation. With me in the commentary box for this Christmas special is GamesMaster presenter Mr. Dominik Diamond. Welcome, Dominic. Thank you very much, Dominic. Now, Dominic, at this point, you usually ask the co-commentator an amusing question to start off. Well, I don't think there's any need for that tonight, is there? No, you are quite correct, Dominic. Let's move on to the game. What tips have you got? Well, remember, it's a very tricky track here, Dominic. What I would do, I'd make sure you finish it because somebody's
The number one most important game of all time,
okay, thank you very much,
which
Dominic.
still isn't out.
The challenge, then, is whoever can get to the bottom of the Cool Mountain course in the quickest time will walk away with our special Christmas quiz joystick.
Who do you think's going to win this
Both
one, Alex?
competitors fall off, then
I've
whoever's
kind of
managed
been
to stay the
spoiled
longest
because of
on
how
the
this
course
is called
will
Dave Perry's
win. Best of luck, guys.
But
Okay, and off he goes then.
I don't know. I think he can still clutch this one out.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Terribly difficult there. Remember, you can see things like the number of coins and all that
There's
on the
Kirk.
screen. That's not important. All
Wiggling
that
back
matters
and
is the
forth,
time,
drunk
and
as
if he can
shit.
get to the bottom, he
Mario
has been going
barely
to
making
start
it.
13, 14, 15 seconds
boy,
now.
this-
It's a very
this
good
Mario's
start,
not gonna
Dominic.
last
Wouldn't you
very
agree?
long.
Oh, yes, I definitely agree,
oh,
Dominic.
God.
He's
Ah, jeez. A pitiful 20 seconds.
20 seconds. 20.65 to be precise. Kirk, please make way for Dave.
Now it's time to make
Best
way
of
for
luck then,
Dave.
Dave.
All right, Dave,
Ultimate
got it.
UK Gamer Champion. Going to show us how it's done.
Your time begins now.
His shirt said sexy.
And off Dave
SEXSI.
goes. Okay, he's down the slippery slope there. We're just coming up to the first turn here. Again, now it is a tactic there, Dave. Some might say cowardly, some might say clever. He is literally staying on his bottom and trying to last as long as he can, but I don't think it's what he tries to play conservative. A good tactic, but he lasts for 13.35 seconds. That means Kirk,
what was he doing?
It's hard to tell what he was doing. Kind of hard to tell what his strategy was there.
Congratulations, first of all. Interesting way you handled this quiz. Kirk, abysmal at the start, from 0 to hero at the end. I didn't even think that time was a very good time.
No, it was a rotten time, let's be honest.
Now, on to you,
He was trying
Dave.
to do the shortcut? Okay.
Now, you have actually said on the show you are the greatest games player in Britain. What happened? What went wrong?
Well, I think I've been set up fairly badly here today.
Right. And in particular, what reason?
I think having a final game where one player owns the game and the machine and one player isn't in the interests of fair play.
Okay then, so what you're saying, Dave, is the biggest game of this year. You haven't played much.
It's not released till next year. I'll play it next year when it's released in this country.
Okay, you are a journalist. We can get it on import.
Not a journalist, I'm a marketing manager.
Right, okay then, and you don't have a book coming out about, you know, games and anything like that, no?
About beat 'em ups.
About beat 'em up games. So we're not seeing sour grapes at all here, Dave, is what you're trying to say.
No, we're not. We're seeing somebody just saying he's been set up.
Okay then, and on that bombshell!
He's
salty as fuck.
Oh my god.
Look
at him. Oh, he's pissed.
Legitimately, not a work, not a fiction, legitimately pissed. So much so he quit. So much that he quit the show on the spot. Look at him, the world's most pissed human being in all of mankind.
Holy shit!
We'll shoot him again, Kurt, and even Dave.
Oh my god, look at him!
Very Merry Christmas.
He doesn't even want to be there.
Look at this. Why did we only get one Christmas, but 5 Nolan sisters? Merry Christmas!
They're all trying to play it off, and he's just like, "Fuck you all. I hate you."
Did you know that before making her speech at Christmas, the Queen checks out the GamesMaster webpage? Now you do.
So yeah, his thing is that he'd never played the game before. Meanwhile, his competitor worked as a developer, the developer of Earthworm Jim 3D, and thus he had access to an N64 and lots of experience with Mario 64. So there's some argument that he was set up, and he made it very clear that that's what he believed, and he still believes that to this very day. He's been asked about it multiple times, and he's like, "No, that was bullshit. I was set up. Fuck those guys. Fuck GamesMaster." So you saw it live on TV, the saltiest a British man has ever been on broadcast television. Amazing moment captured on TV, still controversial to this day. And it's something that anyone talks about whenever they talk about GamesMaster. So, now that we've covered every season, a bunch of episodes, here it is, the final episode of GamesMaster. Season 7, Episode 10.
Hello viewers, and
which takes place in Paradise.
GamesMaster in the history of the world.
From church to
yes,
paradise.
after 7 years of games-related hijinks, we are finally hanging up our pants.
Quite biblical,
for good.
yes.
So I'd advise you to
Who's the
hold your
biblical
television
equivalent
set
of
gently
Dave
but firmly
Perry?
and squeeze as much enjoyment as possible out of the next 24 minutes.
Judas.
Now, when
Not
normal
Dominic?
shows end,
No.
they invariably
I'd
have
have
a
said
review of
Job.
the best moments from their history.
Magambo also says
We've never
Judas.
been
Thank you.
a normal show. So instead, we're going to kick off with a look at some of the worst moments from GamesMaster's past.
There it is, the worst moments.
We're calling, was that really a good idea?
I love this show. The willingness to kick off the final episode with this segment
Tonight's
is
special
just,
guest
I
is none
admire it.
other than Robocop.
A man can fight for many things. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Me? I fought against an out-of-work film extra coming on my show dressed like a dustbin. Unfortunately for you, I lost.
Shitting all over poor RoboCop. You know what he's been through?
Somewhere there is a crime being committed.
So,
Okay,
all
no, that
people
guy
everywhere,
sucks.
Get out the cat and prepare that letter of complaint as we meet the executioner.
It's not just professionals either. Every year I'm amazed by what the general public will do
A crime
to
is
meet me,
being committed
even if it means
under
dressing up
RoboCop.
like a git.
Welcome to the show, Executioner.
Nice to meet you.
Now, I have to say, you're a wee bit small for an executioner. You're kind of like a Fiat Cinquecento of the execution world.
Well, do you really think so?
Yeah. Okay, and the outfit, where did you pick that up?
Well, come to think of it, my mother made it for me.
Yes, our challenges are tough, but it struck me down the years how our unsuccessful contestants have always shouldered their loss with good grace and the knowledge that their lives have been enriched by
the
taking
RoboCop
part.
voice was good.
Well, nearly always.
Best of luck then, Dave. 20.65 seconds is the time to remain on the course. Your
Oh,
time
man.
begins now.
And just to rub salt in the wound.
Some might say clever.
Another classic moment from GamesMaster.
And trying to last as long as he can, but I don't think it's one. He tries to play conservative. Now, on to you, Dave. Now, you have actually said on the show you are the greatest games player in Britain. He
kind of has a point, though.
Well, I think I've been set up fairly badly here today.
Okay,
Maybe
then,
not to the point
what
where
you're saying,
you
Dave, is the biggest game of
just
this
are
year. You
so
haven't played
visibly upset on
It's not
television.
released on
I
next year. I'll
respect
play
it,
next year
though.
when it's released in this
Okay,
country.
you are a
In
journalist.
some ways,
You
he's
can
the
get on
ultimate
info.
gamer.
Not a journalist, I'm a marketing manager.
We're not seeing sour grapes at all here, Dave, is what you're trying to say.
No, we're not. We're seeing somebody just saying he's been set up.
Okay, then. And on that
So mad! I love
Now,
him.
as GamesMaster wended its merry way
not
through
print in the
years,
papers that
other
I'm mad.
channels tried to blatantly steal our winning formula and our split infinitives to come up with rival video game shows, none of which, incidentally, are still on the air. What we had that they didn't, apart from the dubious merits of a slightly overweight, bald Scottish bloke, was one vital ingredient in our TV pie. The challenges.
TV pie.
Yes, the challenges. 7 long years of young boys and girls being turned into Olympian heroes. 7 years of waggling joysticks, beaded brows and lost tempers.
Always
Was
with
it
the
worth it?
waggling.
All I know is that in years to come, generations of men and women will turn to their screens and wonder what was on the other channel.
Callum, come on, you got to come on and start the game. Come on, Callum. Come on, Callum. Yes, come on. We're going to play the game,
actually
Callum.
had a baby
Come on, because we don't have a lot of time left. Come on.
Literal
come.
baby
Come on, we're not going to
This is some Nathan for you shit.
It is! Don't make a baby gamer!
Well, I saw this sort of thing happen before with Mark Spitz in the '76 Olympics. I mean, under this kind of pressure, you can't really expect the kid to respond.
Well, he's been gone for 20
How would
seconds.
the baby
He's
do on
crying
the
now.
Mario
We've stopped the
64
crying.
slide?
Still no sign of him playing the game.
Yes,
Callum, you
baby
have to- I'll
resents
give you
trying to
20
be a
quid, Callum.
gamer.
£20. Do you know how much
Can you find a way home?
£20? 50 quid, Callum. You've only got 5 seconds left. You're not going to do it, Callum. 3, 2, 1. You're out of time.
Got his shit
Proving
together
once
more than
again
Dave
that
Perry.
broke plus glasses
Sorry,
equals
sorry.
hard, Martin Mathers
I had
attempted the
to.
impossible by playing 2 Virtua Cop 2
Sorry if
machines
you're
at
watching,
the same
Dave.
time.
I feel
Okay,
for
now
you,
this means
honestly.
that when he's concentrating on one screen, he's got to try and look through his peripheral vision to see the target appearing on the other one. It's very, very tricky to do. We cannot stress enough how
This dude was playing on 2 Virtual Cop 2 machines at the same time.
In a suit.
Only a
In a
few
suit.
shots away. Only a few baddies away. He's lost a life. He missed a life.
He
shot a hostage.
He shot the hostage.
That's the end of it.
Well, Martin, talk us through those closing stages again then.
Hostage pops up. He looked too much like Peter Andre for my liking, so I just had to do the only humane thing.
If any one particular
shoot the
genre of
hostage.
games has ever tickled our contestants' collective fancies, it's the beat 'em up. And GamesMaster has always been home to little lads relieving their frustrations by forcing big men to slap each other.
5 throw combo. 1,
2, 3, and a 4. Oh, what's that? I think we have a 5.
That is
That's 5.
unbelievable. Oh, he's just trying to get in the right position.
those
He
link
can get the
throws in
48
a
maximum though.
Tekken.
It's just all about timing now at this point.
and distance. Okay, right.
Here we go.
Helicopter, kickflip, laser slashes, helicopter, laser slashes, kickflip.
We have an ultra combo,
Right
folks.
into the ultra activator.
He's all over him. He's
can
up
he
there.
do
He's going to get the free fire.
1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Almost. What's this? There's a 46.
46.
Astonishing there by Garland.
But the greatest beat 'em up challenge of all came when a Japanese Tetsujin flew in to take on 100 of our homegrown champions. Suffice to say, English Eagles went limp at the prospect.
Brought in a Japanese guy to stone on kids in Virtual
That's
Fighter.
really funny. I'm sorry.
That's so good.
99. Can the Tetsujin do the turn? I would thought it would have been tired today, but this is nearly perfect.
It's nearly perfect. It looks like he's going to get a perfect one quick thing.
Oh, he's
Excellent.
there. The Tetsujin does the 100. Now, although I do all of the work, you may have noticed that this programme isn't called The Dominik Diamond Show, in spite of annual assurances from the producer along
Should've
the
been.
lines of, why, of course, next series we're going to change the title Dominik now. Just sign here, or we'll leave you tied to that train track. Oh no, over the years, one man has consistently
Yeah, I could beat 100
outstaged
kids
me.
too. Bring them
The
on.
GamesMaster.
The sun has set. The end has come.
He's cosplaying as the son from Teletubbies.
I was gonna say he's the Teletubbies baby.
Yeah.
Hello, young scamp. Let me guess. You've got a problem.
Can you help me?
What a pitiful plea.
How can I destroy the dust dragon?
Poor kids.
Foolish boy.
Hello, guys.
It's just a repeat of that last segment.
Oh dear, you are in need of help.
Hello, GamesMaster. On Zelda 3. Zelda 3. Zelda 3.
It is the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Frankly, young man, that sort of question offends my intellect and doesn't deserve.
Hey, these
the
kids
answer.
showed up in at least 3 episodes of GamesMaster.
Oh yes, that's more like it. Next,
Chicken showed up in 2.
Ooh, Cantonar. Good Lord, incredible.
After the break, famous people I have met and horribly compromised in our celebrity challenges, famous countries I have visited and infected with irony in our features. There now follows your last chance ever to view the most sought-after commercial break in the history of television. As you'd expect, the scramble for it was unholy. Let's see who got to the top of the pile.
We're seeing
Yeah, it is. I'm glad they ended the show like this. Just shitting all over itself. It's like, yeah, we're scummy, we're garbage, you watched us, fuck you.
Thanks very much, Elena. Take care. See you
Oh,
later.
goodbye, babes. They have to
Thanks,
send
Dad.
the babes back.
Ta-ra, love. Take care.
They were only renting.
Welcome back to the
Gotta
final
go to
12
an
minutes of
NVIDIA
the
booth
show
at a
that won
convention.
the BAFTA Light Entertainment Award for 12 consecutive years. One of the great joys of hosting GamesMaster has been helping to kick-start the careers of almost every single celebrity in Britain, apart from E17, who I vowed to destroy.
What a show it's been. What a journey we've been on. We've only shown off a few of these episodes. There are literally about 100 of them if you want to watch them on
It's
YouTube.
long
And I
been
would
said that
recommend
each
it.
generation produces celebrities that represent the hopes and dreams of ordinary people everywhere, and that their very existence lifts our collective hearts and minds from the dreary workings of everyday life and provides us with the very stuff of dreams. Sometimes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
in
their
addition,
ratings were really good
they're
up
also
until the very
fantastically
end.
attractive
This was a
women.
popular show. More so than anything like GamePro or like Video Power over here. Show had staying power. Final furlong.
No, it's so mean. Yo, prop cycle.
Fuck yeah, prop cycle.
I'm terrified of coming down the steps of that height.
Listen.
What a pleasure it is to stand in front of such a marvellous array of dials in one small area.
Let's see if we can do this then. Okay, so
Probably learned his mistake there.
Now he's going
Here
to
we
go.
go. Push him through. That's it.
Nice one.
Now hit the snake, otherwise Lee's going to get hit
Hit
a
the
few times.
snake. Get the snake, Vin. Get the snake.
Yeah, Bad Influence was more of a competitor at this time. We also did a showcase on them several months ago. Had Violet Berlin show up in chat, offer her commentary. That was really nice.
And return to my Kaplunk and FX kit.
And that show was more on the level, fewer dick jokes. It also had like an educational grant from the government or something.
Anybody
so
who breathes through the tongue.
it was more focused on
Anybody
general
like that.
gaming stuff.
Something wrong with them.
And notably focused on girls and not just not just
I
lads.
think of myself as a sex symbol.
No, I was talking about me. Tony, well, I'll ask you a much classier question. I want to know what you look for in a short.
Well, the most important points in the shorts is comfort and support. So, you know,
Yeah, girls and not just
wiggling them
babes.
out and taking them out.
Girls seen as equals, not as babes who just hang around Dominik Diamond.
I can't imagine I most definitely wiggle. This is on a motorbike. Do you have a
Dominic?
motorbike? Have you been on a motorbike before?
I'm actually terrified of motorbikes, but I like it at the back.
Dominic, I have a question.
Enough said. Okay then, Zoe, if you'd like to go in...
You gonna go to the rave later?
Fine machine. A lovely bunch she's got right up in front of her there, Rick.
This is a wide corner.
Oh,
She's
no,
taken it very well.
they've slipped inside her. A couple of men slipped inside
Dude.
Zoe there. And
Dude, shut the fuck up.
That's not even good.
Dude, I wish I was watching Bad Influence when you say shit like that.
You would do
I'd
quite
be
well
like,
on
ah,
the
that's
top
no
there,
good.
but
Can we
what
retake that?
Yeah, we're gonna
I was
redo
listening
that.
to you.
You're not the first woman to be captivated by the rolling lilt of my accent.
Oh, darling.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Adi, for coming on.
Who writes your lines?
I make them all up. Isn't
Really?
it amazing? Do you know what I mean? I just find it. I feel
Even
it a
in
bit
your
here,
fuckboy
and
outfit, you
sometimes
can't
low down,
say
and
stuff like
before I know
that.
it just come out. Back in the days when I could get on a plane without the deeply embarrassing need for a mid-flight pant change, I travelled the world.
This guy's always
for
shit his
dignitaries,
pants.
fought to throw their arms around me in a welcoming
that just shows
embrace.
he's a real
Then
gamer.
knowing that
He's waggling
by the
and
time I
spurting
get
and
their lead,
shitting.
their
Danny,
international
stop.
reputation
None
would
of
lie
those
in
verbs I need to hear.
We had a number of options for this week's feature. We could have covered binary code programmers in Leicester, machine operators in Swindon, or glamour models in Tampa Bay, Florida.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I'll take
I
those.
think we made the right
I'll take
decision.
my lumps.
Here's your tea, Dominic.
Thanks, love.
I'll take lumps in my tea.
As you know,
Why
I
are
am
you
officially the
making
hardest
the
presenter on
models
Channel
serve
4.
you?
This is
Fuck
why
off,
I've been
dude.
invited
You should be
out
serving
to Los
them.
Angeles
They're
onto the set
models.
of the
You're-
hardest film of the year, Mortal Kombat, to have a little chat with the
You're
boys and
UK
girls who are
shit.
making the film. Are you quite tough
Wow.
outside of the film?
UK shit.
Say Martina Navratilova. Could you take
That's the
like
harshest
Martina?
burn I've ever heard you deliver, Alex.
So what are you doing after? What are you doing after?
I'm just saying.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
there's nothing signed yet, but a couple things in the burner. We'll
No,
see.
I meant after this, like after this tonight.
After
It's
tonight.
like I'm in town.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We could do
There's
something.
Dominic's
Yeah,
cringe
yeah.
compilation.
Yeah, would you be up for that?
Sure. One of those days that is not, those crack of dawn calls.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I've scored.
UK Shemp is pretty. Listen, I
I'm
have
actually
no
in
ill
the
will towards
Sagaya
Shemp.
Beach Resort in Japan, and obviously
a nice
I'm
buffalo
something
shot.
of a cultural ambassador for my country, which is why I have brought the British Beach Essentials, football top, knotted hanky, and large British belly. The Ocean Dome cost $400 million to build. Now, for that money, you could get 11 Alan Shearers and some of his mates as subs. All that money, and it's all controlled from this one room by this one wee guy here. Have you ever pushed the wrong button by mistake?
Yes.
What happened?
別の照明をつけたり、別の照明つけたりとか間違えて。
Do you get a lot
That's
of
not what I
single people coming, like gangs of boys, gangs of girls?
Yes,
Yeah?
enjoying dangerous.
Uh-huh. Is it a good place to pool?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah? Oh, excellent. Have you pooled?
Not.
Pooled.
Pardon?
Have you pooled?
I don't understand.
When British people go on holiday, they try to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Oh.
It's called pooling. So have you pooled?
Oh. I thought he was saying poo.
No.
I have a girlfriend already in Hong Kong.
That was the
Alright.
worst Ali G bit I've ever seen.
So why did you bring her here?
Because it is very expensive.
Right, and you want to go in the pool, didn't you?
Never been in the pool? Yeah?
See,
Yeah?
I got-
You know what I'm talking about? Because I
Excuse me
don't.
if I wet myself, but we are actually
This
in Paramount
guy.
Studios in Los Angeles on the actual
Alex gave me a
set
look.
of
I
Lawnmower
hate
Man
this
2. It's a
man's
huge
pants.
production, and in fact, all these people you can see behind me, that's just the GamesMaster crew. This is one of the actual sets of Wing Commander 4. Now they're rehearsing
fuckboy outfit.
just now. We've been told we're
He has
not
many
allowed
fuckboy
on
He
set.
outfits.
really does.
Yeah,
Do
can
I
we get a
look like I'm
confirmation
wearing
on
a t-shirt that
pooling?
says,
Is that
"I
a
care"?
Dominik Diamondism?
Come on, Mark.
Like just him?
Come on, mate. Come on. It'll be all right, honest, I promise, right? I won't ask you any weird questions, all right? Come on. It'll be a laugh. He's going to come. He's going to come. It's midday on a Sunday in downtown Tokyo.
It's a real term? All right.
But the video game Otaku
Oh,
have
pull!
assembled for a costume party where they dress up as their
Jeez.
favourite
It was the
video
accent
games
that was throwing
characters.
me.
I've decided to get into the spirit.
thank you for
and
the
I've come as
clarification. I've
everyone's
learned
favourite from
something.
Street Fighter 2, Fat Sumo Bloke.
Here we get to see his
Eddie
belly
Honda.
again.
I don't know if you can tell, but
There's hentai
this guy's
comedy
wearing
again.
a pair of pants on his head.
I'm glad the episodes we did see ended up in the highlights reel.
It's a pair of pants. Excellent.
He's so amused.
I'm going to go and
He's
make
got
sure
pants on his
at
head.
the end and I have a costume, okay? It's cold, it's overcast, it's wet, but I'm still wearing
Put him in the
shades
T-Rex
because
pen.
we're in Los Angeles at the Jurassic Park ride. Hi, Poncho Girl. What's the story here? What's this? Oh,
It's an emergency poncho and it's so you won't get wet.
right. You don't have them in black, do you?
No black.
I can't wear yellow.
Y'all
The
wearing your
fashion police will
emergency
arrest me in
ponchos
Britain.
for the Retro Pals
So
turn?
you look handsome.
I don't need them.
Do not
I won't
sit
get wet.
in
Okay,
the
have
splash
fun.
zone.
Yeah, we're bringing on Shamu in a minute.
Ah, big dinosaur action!
Ah, big dinosaur!
He didn't put on the poncho.
Been on this ride?
Yep.
Gotta wear the poncho.
It's now a Chinese
Boo.
Well, I was a little bit wrong there. I am soaking wet. But at least I'm still cool.
good.
This is the California-Nevada state border, just outside of Las Vegas.
Boy, is it ever.
Behind me, you can see Desperado, what's supposed to be the world's tallest, most frightening roller coaster.
That coaster's been closed for a long time. It's still, they keep saying they're going to reopen it, but Rim Nevada is not seeing a good economic recovery since 2020.
Did they close it after Dominik Diamond went on it?
Probably.
Oh no!
It's only Arrow, it's designed by Arrow, and I want to say it's their only
This is not funny!
He's hating this.
Oh God!
It's not supposed to be a very good coaster.
I'm past the worst. I think I'm past the worst. I hope the camera's worked. I hope the camera's worked because I'm not doing this again. No way.
Yeah, he shit all over the ride.
The lifeblood of
literally.
GamesMaster
It's
is
just
ebbing
disgusting.
away fast.
Exactly, Jax.
Over the years, there's been many moments that I'll cling to in my dotage. I wouldn't diminish them with categorization, but they're what I'll miss most.
Thank you. All right, settle down.
I just want to know more about that outfit.
You'll have to watch that episode.
I used to think all light entertainment shows were the same, but then again, I used to like records before I discovered CDs. And I
prefer Mr. Blobby in terms of light entertainment.
I'm sorry.
I love you too.
Scott, plank. Dola,
Plank.
plank. George, you came so very, very close, but ultimately,
Plank.
I'm Dominik Diamond, I'm back, and I'm
The loosest bowels in Blighty, they
let's
call
these
it.
flowers first of all, because they're not nearly blokey enough.
It's the last episode. Give them a break. They can reuse content.
They're using a lot of content.
We should do this on Retro Pals. Just like, if we need a break, just cut in 20 minutes from a previous stream.
Well, you have to help
No one
me
will know.
to win the game then.
If you do the challenge then, you will marry me.
Yeah.
My mother is a massive athletics fan, big fan of all three. Yes, could you give her a quick wave in the camera 3 there? That's to Paula. All right, excellent. If you don't mind, guys, just giving her a quick little wave there.
I kind of wish I'd seen this show back then. It seems like something I would be into.
Into the cage.
It would have been a beloved thing. I would have argued with my fellow gamers about the fate of Dave Perry. I'd have been on the show and thrown into the pit for not being good at Footy Manny 95.
Go to the exit, Wiggles. This is it. Yes, it's to the exit. 1 minute 15. That's it. It's over. Wiggles is my bride.
She's his bride.
Welcome to another Poptastic GamesMaster. All the hits that's fit to print. Now, is it
Compilation makes it seem like a really crazy show.
Social anthropology at Oxford University?
No.
And I guess it kind of
This
is.
is Charlie Detlow, clearing Stepney Green, POB. Good evening and welcome to GamesMaster.
But also it's neat to have
Pants. Pants.
footage.
Make sure
of
your
pants.
pets are locked safely indoors because Dave Perry is with us. Dave, now, I reckon there's 2 ways of going about this. Would I be correct?
That's right. There are 2 things our contestants can do. Firstly, they could, as they go through the level, they could beat up the characters they meet along the way and pick up the coins they get to collect more points. Or they can ignore that he's got a German suplex, he's got a ground slam move. While the Patriot will be playing as Wolfgang, do with the Neighbours
Dominic, you
character
dick.
is they can glide and they can scale walls. They don't have to worry about jumping over them. He has a fireball move. He also has a howling at the moon wolf move, which acts
Look
like
at this
a dragon
gamer.
punch as he leaps
What a
upwards.
nerd.
And then Bishamu is a samurai. And he tends to use his sword.
Is fantastic.
Just want to catch the tail end of Joe there.
Love
Okay,
wins.
it's Tony Jan's second throw.
Come and see my puppies, Tony. That's what you're saying.
What will you be doing in the year 2000, Derek?
Probably be flying a spaceship of some kind.
Flying a spaceship? Where did that one come from? That was a beautiful moment, Kurt.
Thank you very much.
Befitting of this fine liver celebrity challenge.
Do you know my mum hates you? She calls you the bald Satan.
Wow, he didn't have a comeback for that.
With the vegetables.
Once again, the girls have given me crabs.
Can't we eat something else for a change? Today we're asking you to munch on our TV pie. This is what's on today's show.
Do you, Europop Queen Wigfield, take this man to be your lawful wedded bloke?
I do.
And do you, Dominik,
This is
bald,
officially
unattractive,
sanctioned.
but quite funny Diamond, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
One thing, viewers. Although I'm marrying Wigfield, it doesn't mean I'm divorcing you. Bye-bye.
Oh, the blushing bride. The cringing bride.
So that's it. I would like to personally thank the many talented people that have worked on this show. They will all go on to bigger things, but somehow none of them will seem quite as self-indulgent as GamesMaster. I know some people might have thought it's been flippant. To some people it might seem as if it's been in bad taste, but
a little bit.
It was made with the total conviction that to you, the viewers, it meant something. So I guess really now with the last link of the last series, I should come up with the funniest gag in the history of GamesMaster, but I can't.
He's all out of jokes. And so are we. That has been GamesMaster, the UK Masterwork series. Had its ups and its downs, its high highs and its extremely low lows.
Woo, buddy.
But it's a very entertaining show and a great documentary of the 90s, pretty much. Of a place that, usually you get to see the American side of things, but here we get to see an era of gaming documented on the British side. Amiga games and all. And there goes old GamesMaster. There's the bus that killed Dominik.
That was cool.
Farewell. Farewell to you, GamesMaster. And farewell to you, Retro Pals viewers. That's been our look at GamesMaster. We did it. We're done. That is it. The end of Retro Pals. Thank you to Sir Patrick Moore. Thank you to Dominik Diamond. Thank you to Dave Perry and all the salt of the earth that you brought with you. Incredible, incredible series. Again, this is all on YouTube. There is a massive playlist of every single series and every episode, so do check that out. I do recommend watching this show because it's a very fascinating time capsule. They're features that they did on the Otaku convention and the human student thing.
The Human Create School.
They covered some genuinely interesting things, and they were also completely deranged. So they were pretty much the whole package. Whereas US shows like GamePro and Video Power were just deranged, like this show actually has some stuff to back it up. It has some talent, had some celebrity guests. I guess if you were in the UK, you would consider them celebrities. Had a little bit of everything. It's a personal favorite. And we were able to showcase it thanks to our patrons.
Yeah, thank you.
Head to patreon.com/retropals. Now is the very best time to join the Patreon because on Friday, we're putting out the form.
Yep.
The form that collects all your requests for the upcoming Patron Request Gauntlet.
Oh, God!
We're starting it next week. We're in the middle of moving, but we will torture ourselves with another Patron Request Gauntlet. Really looking forward to this one. Have your picks ready. Join the Patreon if you haven't joined already. And, get your stuff ready, because we're going to play a whole bunch of weird bullshit over the next couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to it. All right, Alex, why don't you wrap us up? I'm going to look for a raid target.
We are also on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. We post full-length highlights of our streams there. Latest one is a look at Supermarket Sweep. We show the old 60s show, the UK show. We go through some good stuff, and it features your pal and mine, Big Dave, so do check that out.
Big Dave!
We also have a Discord. You can join us in our Discord to chat about games, make your request to us, just a general good time, or genuine good time, either or. And last but not least, we are on social media. We are on Blue Sky. You can find us at retropals.bsky.social. Busky, as I call it. Busky, whatever.
Busky.
You can follow us there to find out when we go live, when we got new videos up on YouTube, and announcements and all that good stuff. All the news you can use, news you can't use.
I was hoping you would say all the news you could use. I get upset if you don't say that.
Oh, well, don't worry. I will.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
We're raiding Rachel Retro, who has just completed the move from hell and is now back live streaming on Twitch with a new check mark. Rachel is now partnered.
Yo!
She's been trying so hard. One of my very favorite streamers here on Twitch. Been following for many years. Definitely give her a follow if you haven't already. She's doing a 500 coin special, which is full of raffles, full of strange requests from her viewers. Always a good time with Rachel Retro. So enjoy that. Have a good evening. And thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
See ya, folks.